There's no Habosh here. We're not even friends. Habosh. I'll teach you. That's us. The kids are away, and everybody. We were bored as hell today. It was so weird. The most exciting thing was we had a power outage. How long before someone comes in and says I have a typo in the title?
What you think about when you're born into a fire? Let them burn it out. Sell them to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away, fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. Listen up now, because we're never dropping out. Beat the odds, beat the big house. The brains are bigger than the doubt. We've been thinking for ourselves, never let the truth fade away. This is bigger than ourselves, we won't let the world burn away, burn away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To blame, haters face the world's mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. And we feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To blame, haters face
Then hit refresh.
mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway.
I'm glad you're all right, Barbara. Well.
Hey Daddies, it's me, the Linda Binda from TikTok. I wanted to make this video because I wanted to thank you for watching Cold Beer Confessionals with Will Bird. I think that's just incredible. I've watched a few episodes and I'm just like very intrigued. But you know what I'm most intrigued in is Big Daddy's meat stick. I heard that it's very thick, like a good old German sausage. You know, Linda and her coochie loves that. Oh, never mind. Let's not go there. Anyways, I hope you have a good show and enjoy it as you can. There's a lot of weird things that go on, especially when it comes from the realm of Linda Bindaland. So, enjoy the show. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Welcome. What's up, guys? What's happening? What's up? Patron, my cup. Thank you for joining us. I wasn't going to go live. I was thinking about it. I wasn't going to go live yesterday either. I'm doing some 3D prints, and there was fireworks going on, and Mariah was complaining. Today's Liam's birthday, but he has like a tradition where he goes with his grandma down to Gatlinburg. So he's been with her. We're here. We'll celebrate his birthday tomorrow, and then we've got a thing, a party planned for Monday with his friends. I don't know if I'll be able to go live tomorrow because I'm going to hang out with Mariah's in-laws, and then afterwards I'll probably have to go pick up my niece because she's coming to hang out until Liam's birthday party on Monday. So I don't know if I'll be going live tomorrow. What have you guys been up to? Anything good we should know about? What are you doing? What's happening?
Bray Nike just resubscribed for 24 months. Hell yeah, 2 years.
That's right. 2 years. Thank you very much. 2 years. That's a long time. That's a long time. I want to grab this because Gotcha Man got a video, and he was supposed to be going to court with Johnny Gobble. So let's see what happens.
Gotcha Man. It's Gotcha Man. Gotcha Man in here. Where's the Gotcha Man at? Have you seen the Gotcha Man? Gotcha Man.
Oh, by the way, if you want to support the show, you can do that through coldbeer.fund.
It's Gotcha Man. Gotcha Man in here. Hey, Gotcha. Gotcha Man. Gotcha Man. Nope, not in here. Oh man, what have you uploaded? That's just a safe video. Gotcha. Gotcha. Gotcha Man. Gotcha. Hey. Gotcha.
So everybody's been wondering where he's at because he went to court on Monday. They all should have appeared in court on Monday, I believe. I can't help you with your hot flashes. Oh, by the way, we had a storm roll through. Lost power for a couple hours. Had to throw the well up on the backup generator. That was the thing. I had to wait for power to come back on so I could disconnect the generator and not kill a lineman.
Lightning. Look, I know what you're thinking. This guy's making lightning strike sounds and thunder, but apparently Daniel Bishop copyrighted every lightning track on YouTube, so here's what it is. Rumble, 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 lightning. I'm making this video to say that I no longer want to say anything negative about Johnny Gobble anymore, and that I want to be positive and turn.
Oh, no, it's a hostage video.
I'm doing this because I want to, and this is going to be great. We're going to be positive. I apologize for everything that I've said. I will take down the videos prior to this, in which I call him an idiot, a bum, a lowlife, where I call him names that are unnecessary to do, and I'll take all those down. This will never happen again. I'm very sorry. I think he's a great guy. I think he has a job, and he just is smart enough to not tell us about it. I think he's a great person in general.
Makes sense.
And his wife's pretty. If you're seeing this, everything's fine. If you're my family and you haven't heard from me in a while, I'm okay. And I love all you guys, and I'll see you very soon. I'm going. Ah! You Johnny Gobble. Let's just admit it. I would have made Quentin Tarantino proud. Wasn't that good? Like I said, kind of hard. People got these sound effects locked down or whatever. What's going on, everybody? How was your 4th of July? Hope everybody had a great one. What's going on, Johnny Gobble? Fuck you.
I don't want to be around extra aggressive guys. Do you not understand?
Oh, that's good news then.
What did he say?
I don't want to be around extra aggressive guys. Do you not understand?
Oh, that's good news then. I'll help you with that. I'll make sure you never are. An idiot. Dude, this guy's just, he's flip-flopped how many times and switched up what he wants to do and what he doesn't want to do. But listen, let's just say this one thing that he is right about. It's about the music, y'all. And nobody supports the music quite like this guy. Look here, Ryan. I support you. I'm OG Krieger, Ryan. Look at this, Ryan. Look, this is pirated right off the internet, downloaded from Napster. MP3 juices, Ryan. I'm OG Krieger. I'm OG Krieger, this dirtbag.
OG
You're willing to accept 10 grand of that man's money from his mom, and you won't even spend $17 to $20 on a damn CD, and you call yourself OG Krieger? You support him to the fullest? Is that what you want us to believe? You won't even buy the man's CD? You gotta get a song? Anyway, I'm getting off subject as I do, but it's about the music, man. And I noticed that he knew that man's music so well. He even knew the little dun 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 dun, so I figured I'd put something together. Yeah. Bet you never thought you'd see the gotcha man and gobble collab on something, did you? You never know what you're gonna see. It's YouTube, baby. Like I told a certain law enforcement officer recently. It's fiction. Did you make that man believe something? Anyway, I know that's what a lot of you guys want to know about. And unfortunately, listen, I'm an adult, and I gave my word to somebody who would ask me, he said, will you please not speak on this until there's a conclusion to this case? To which I agreed and said, yeah, I won't say nothing else about it, because apparently somebody cries every time somebody does. So, but I mean, for anybody wondering, it's as real as it can get. It's 100% real. I do have to go and figure that out. For anybody's personal friends of mine, you should already know this because I've talked to you on the telephone or whatever, which is 2 or 3 people. But anybody else wants to know, I mean, you can reach out. I mean, I'm allowed to talk one-on-one with anybody about anything. The few people that did support me, I appreciate it. Like I said, if I don't end up needing it or using it for this matter, you'll get it right back. But I suspect I'm going to. Well, matter of fact, I already have in one way. But I'm also going to have to take some time off work and all that crap. So I appreciate everybody. 100%. This guy's an idiot, and nobody's running for me.
He's taking it to the limit,
I never said I wouldn't make fun of you anymore. So we're going to keep him coming. And, you know, like I say, sorry to make such a short video. It took me about 17 hours to make that intro. State-of-the-art intro. I'm just kidding. Truth is, I got to get this power washer out and we let our 5-year-old autistic boy paint all over the front of the house, which we thought, it's water paint, it'll come off. It didn't come off, but that's 3,000 says it will. I got to get all that off before the family comes this weekend. That's where the real celebration for us is coming in. It's nice to have a day off, don't get me wrong. I trust my guys very well that they can run the place while I'm going. So much so that my phone's in there.
See, he trusts his guys very well that they can run the place, but he also drives a truck. But he also, like, I've seen him in like a service vehicle before. Maybe he just owns a business and wears a lot of hats. But I'm not sure that he isn't just trolling people about his job. I don't know.
There on silent. I haven't checked it all day. It's been really hard not to check it. Anybody out there who does, you know, run something, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, man, I'm gonna make fun of you, dude, and I'm just gonna end this one off with breaking your heart on something. I noticed that you were listening to that pirated, stolen music of Ryan's, and you heard, you heard this right here.
He was a traveler, rock star, and a healer. What the?
And you went, whoa, y'all, did you hear that? He said healer. He must be talking about me. These lyrics are so crazy. But I like this version better.
He was a gobbler, a crackhead, and a dealer.
Oh, no.
Yeah, dude. Hey,
oh, no.
Hate to break your heart, but he thinks of you as a crackhead loser. And as you're discovering these lyrics for the first time, but you're OG creeper, you forgot that he used that exact song to make fun of your loser, sorry, mouth-breathing, waste of space ass.
Johnny
like
claims that Ryan saved
Johnny
him.
Gobble. I love you, buddy. I love you.
He saved him.
Johnny Gobble.
Johnny Gobble.
Oh. Damn it. Damn it, man. So it doesn't look like we're going to get any, doesn't look like we're going to get an update on the Johnny Gobble case. He is sworn to secrecy. Sworn to secrecy. Sorry, I was getting stuff off the 3D. But look at these boxes I printed. Aren't those cool? I know they look gray, but they're actually army green. Is this one? There's 2 of these. I'm organizing my desk over here. There's 2 of these. There's this little one. There's these 3 little ones. They're pretty small, right? These are all stackable, and they lock into this grid system. There's this one that has a bunch of, like, separate little holes in it for pens, pencils, whatever. And then there's this bad boy. It's got all the dividers in it for nuts, bolts, random little things. Like I said, they're stackable, so they get these bases. You can print them all together, or I plan on gluing these together, but these bases lock into the one below it. And then you can stack them up. You can put lids on them. And I'm just going to take these because the way it's set up is if you print these out, like this one will have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. This will be 3 by 3. So it would have 9 of these on here. But you really only need these base parts in the corner where they like lock in. So I can make it easier to print. Plus I can save a bunch of these. If I put them in the grid system, then glue that on there, it'd be pretty nice. Pretty organized. So we had a storm roll through today. You guys have any storms come through? We had a bad fucking storm. Knocked the power out. Mariah and the other person that was working in the office today heard the transformer like blow up. We had power. We didn't have power for a couple hours. Probably longer than that. Probably closer to like 3 hours because it was probably 40 minutes into it, and they told us they'd have power restored in 2 hours. But they did a pretty good job, so power came back on. We have well water, and of course people need water, so we had to get the generator fired up. We got a backup generator to run the well and the pump, or the pump for the well, I guess. We had to get that going. Mariah actually helped me get it started. She watched me do it. That's how Mariah helps. She watches. Are you doing that right? She watches and judges. Derek's live and already worked up. Derek's always worked up. Derek's such a fucking... I can't... Man, he makes me He makes me hate him and everybody like him. Like, it's so bad. He told everybody the other day that if they don't believe what he's saying, you're not allowed to celebrate. If you don't believe how he feels, if you don't believe how he feels about what's going on, then you're not allowed to celebrate. You're not allowed to celebrate 4th of July. You're not allowed to celebrate. How crazy is that? I want to see what this is. This single print paid for my
You might be
3D
wondering,
printer?
how did I end up here? Well, I know, thievery. I'm trying to make a dream project of mine, and making threads on wood is the first part of that dream. If I can't make the threads, I can't make my dream come true. But to give you a small hint, it works! It works! It actually a chance that the device I start millimeter dowels I have. But the price, not...
He's putting thread on wooden dowels.
Go ahead, get off.
I don't think you need a CNC for that.
Shut up!
I've definitely seen threaded
But
wooden
with my
dowels.
method, come on.
before.
Can you hear him? Oh, but with my method, hopefully, I won't have to. I did a quick search and so I guess I'll start there. So I'm designing in Fusion 360, which is a CAD software, and I've made the jig that will accept the dowel, but the problem is that the threads in the software won't really match my V-bit, and actually want the external threads of the dowel to fit the 3D printed threads, if that makes any sense. Maybe stored in hidden different the jig that I 3D printed
I just want to see what he's printing.
threads, but it's not threading on.
Anyways, storms rolled through. They were pretty bad. Lots of lightning, man. The other night we had a lightning strike. That was so fun. It was the loudest lightning strike or thunder. It was the loudest thunder I've ever heard. I don't know how close the lightning had to be that fucking loud. And it freaked me out. I jumped up out of the bed. I couldn't figure out where I was at. Like total PTSD moment. And then as soon as I laid back down, creepy ass Liam, just arms down at his side, is standing. Mariah's like, Liam, what are you doing? He's fucking standing at the side of our bed, just staring at us, creepy as shit. Like you can tell he's not fully awake. God, it was so fucking creepy. It was so fucking creepy. So I jumped back up, thought about attacking him. Then I figured he's probably not awake yet. The only thing I can figure is during the school year, you know, everybody's tired, wore out, running around. So he sets an alarm and Mariah sets an alarm. And from those two alarms, we make sure people get up and get to school, right? So the only thing I can figure is that he heard the lightning strike and it woke him up, and maybe he thought it was his alarm and came in there because he was still like half asleep. I walked him back to his bed and put him in his bag. He still didn't talk. Creepy motherfucker. Extremely creepy. So that happened. Okay, so he's making a jig to cut threads on wood. But he's going to have two of them to level it out. And he's doing that with a router table?
I mean, look at this. With
Sorry,
the sanding. Let me show you. Let me show you. This looks so good. Did you see that? That's so good. Now for the final project, this is going into a 3D printed part, so I need to print the internal threads to make sure that this fit. Okay, moment of truth. I have the internal threads 3D printed. It's very important that they fit this, otherwise this project won't work. Before I go there, I think there's something I need to tell you.
Just reverse
You
your thread
3D print, if you don't have a
pitch.
3D printer, with the sponsor of today's video, PCBWay, they do that for you.
Fusion
They're just
360.
Should we try? Here we go. Does not want to go. Doesn't fit. I bet Jesus could do this with hand tools. What if Jesus had a 3D printer? That would be cool. So this entire project leans on me getting the perfect internal threads to go on the wooden threads. If I can't do that, I'll just have to rethink the entire project. And I so badly want this to work. But already here, I mean, I have saved myself $1,000 of tools by making this 3D printed jig to make the external threads. Just so we're clear, I'm
I
fixing
guess
because I
you
need to
don't
enter the software and
CNC.
the internal threads in the XML file I showed earlier, and then hopefully we can get it to fit. Right?
If you have the threads that printed the guide, all you'd have to do is use the same threads would fit that. Just change the depth of them.
One printed, ready to go. Let's give it a shot. Please, come on.
Dude, one time in boot camp, I don't know what the fuck happened. I have no idea what happened. We had been there for like weeks and weeks and weeks. I woke up. I don't remember anything, but when the guy that was on Firewatch yelled my name, I don't remember any of this, but I got up out of my bed. I put the sheet back over my bed, fluffed my pillow, whatever. I didn't make my bed, but I put it in the way I did my bed before I came back and made it. I got up, left my bay, the bay that the other 7 guys lived in with me. Instead of going left to the bathroom, I went right. I went down the hall. I hung another right. I went to our laundry room, pissed in the utility sink. I have no idea. Like, this has never been a problem before. I'd never pissed there before. Like, I'd always went to the bathroom, use the urinal. But something in my mind, I got up, got out of bed, fixed the bed, went the wrong direction, didn't even go to the bathroom, went to the the laundry room and pissed in the utility sink until a guy on fire duty was like, Bird, what are you doing? And I'm like, I have no fucking idea. I have no idea. That was the first time I started remembering, was when a guy yelled my name. And to this day, I have no idea why I got up, why I didn't go to the bathroom, what I thought I was doing. And it was like, I was treating it like I got up first thing in the morning, like to shower and shave and all that. But it was like, instead of being like 5 a.m., it was like 3 a.m. So I have no idea at all why I did that. Like, I don't know if I was like having like a dream and doing it, or I don't know. The first thing I remember is him yelling my name.
Won't you look at that? It's a bit snug. It's too snug, but I mean, it actually works. It's going in the threads. How cool is this? It goes on there, and
that's the only time I've ever done it, as far as I know. My mom and dad used to swear up and down that I would sleepwalk, because when I was like an athlete still, I would get so fucking hungry and crave like meat and shit. And they had me on a dietary plan. There was things that I could eat and things that I couldn't. We had half our refrigerator taped off for like, I had a dietitian. So we had half the refrigerator taped off for like shit that was mine. And Dad said he would just get up like randomly in the middle of the night to go piss or something. And all he would see was me standing in the refrigerator fucking eating something, eating fucking raw meat.
Too snug. We did it. But
I remember all that. It wasn't
onto the dowel, and then I just kept routing the entire length, and I ended up with this.
I remember every bit of that, so that wasn't actually sleepwalking.
Now, well, as a YouTuber, you need to think about the thumbnail. And I thought it would look cool if I held the dowel with the threads looking over the treetops and the sky. So I climbed the mountain, but accidentally dropped the dowel. The dowel rolled off the mountain, and unfortunately I have no footage of that. I had to climb down. Eventually, though, I did get to the dowel, and fortunately for me, no dowel was damaged during the making of this video.
So he made a wooden dowel, I guess. So he's saying his 3D printer paid for itself because he didn't have to buy a CNC. I thought it was going to be more impactful than that. You guys ever seen this guy?
All right, guys, I'm going to be walking around asking.
His name is Marco, and he's a semi-well-known, social media at least well-known, artist. And he goes around and just asks people, can I paint a room in your house? Can I paint your car? Would you give me something out of your house that I can paint? Can I paint your shoes? Like, he just randomly paints people's shit.
Strangers like to paint their car.
But it's
I
usually
listened to 3 or 4 strangers to let me take their car, sand the whole thing down, repaint it, and then surprise them with it. And when I started this video almost 3 months ago now, I definitely didn't expect it to be as hard as it was. Hey, can I paint your car?
Did my style in California. And my son's land just arrived in Oregon 2 days ago. Oh, you're traveling. But obviously you had a typo. But I do know you're traveling, right?
Do what? Paint your car. No. Me and my wife's car, and you're a random person. Can I paint your car? Can I paint your car? Can I paint your car? Yeah, can I paint it? Yeah, how much you want to pay? No, paint it. No. Can I paint your car?
Can I paint your car? Yeah, how much you want to pay? Paint it. No.
Oh, no. Do you have a car? No. Paint your car. Can I paint it? Paint right now, no. Do you have a car?
Dude, my poor dad. He loved the show so much. Like back when you know, we had all the drama going on, all the political stuff and stuff going on every night. Dad loved the show so much and believed in it so much. He wanted to pay. He told me the price, how much it would be to have my vehicle wrapped with my face and Cold Beer Confessional and shit on it. And I was like, no, we don't have to do all that. He also wants me to start a mechanical channel. I promised him I would, so we're getting on it.
Which one is
kill some snakes.
I'm gonna tell you why. Well,
Legend, I expect a list of snake, non-lethal snake killing device names.
I also realized the parking lot was probably like the worst spot I could have gone. Everyone
I bought the googly eyes.
there was busy with their car, so instead I just started knocking on people's front door.
Oh, no, thank you.
You good? Artwork or work?
Yeah, there's no way I could drive around with a vehicle with my fucking face on it. There's no way. I would drive it off a bridge.
Can I paint your car?
No.
It doesn't need painting, but thank you.
I'm good for the time being, man.
Okay. Can I repaint your car? It's a rental. That's fine. No, you cannot. Did you get insurance on it?
He said it's a rental. That's fine. Did you get insurance on it?
Oh, hey, I just do YouTube videos, right? Oh. At this point, I've been walking around for like 5 hours.
By the way, I think he's wealthy. Like, I don't know how well known he is as a painter, but I think he's wealthy because the one time he walked around in his neighborhood, you could tell like it was a fucking posh neighborhood and nobody would fucking speak to him.
And throughout the day, I did find a couple people who seemed like they were interested. When I first got it, I was like, oh, I'll get a clear coat on. What did you have in mind for the paint job? I was just gonna paint it. That's midnight blue. Do you want me to do it?
Yes, let me discuss.
Yes, talk with your family. Think about it.
Okay.
I also just started looking for cars that I want to paint and leaving notes on them. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Something like that. I even showed up at a car show on the weekend to ask those people if I could paint their car. Do you want a free paint job?
He doesn't want to just paint. Obviously, he doesn't want to paint it like black. He wants to paint like a fucking, like a design on it.
Free paint job? Yeah, free paint job. Look, can I paint it?
Alvear in a wetsuit. That one where he looks like a goddamn, the one where he looks like a walrus on the beach.
See if you're interested, because that'll be great.
I don't think so. It's been under 60 years. Why should I change now?
I guess that's right. This is definitely like the hardest one I've ever done. Like, asking someone to actually take their car, sand the whole thing, paint it is. That's a crazy thing to ask. What about the Mini Cooper? Can I paint that?
Yeah, I'll do that.
That one's ready to be painted.
Oh, dang, you put all kinds of stuff.
Just text me whatever you think. I do YouTube videos where I paint stuff, make art, and I'll walk around asking someone if they want a free paint job on their car. Eventually, I did run into this guy who obviously needed
Somebody said, what does it cost?
paint job, but also seemed down right away.
I'm asking people if they want a free paint job on their car. What does it cost?
You be willing to like bring it to my warehouse? Yeah. Yeah? You want to go now? The only problem was once he brought it to my warehouse and we talked about it, he didn't really want any artwork on the car. What would be your dream, you know?
I was probably just gonna have someone paint it like maroon red.
Obviously.
But then I looked at what you do and you do a lot of crazy stuff.
Yeah. I definitely got my hopes up, but I did pass on that car. And throughout the last few days, I've been giving people my number saying, think about it, let me know. I just thought for the video it'd be cooler if they're like, here's my keys on the spot. And then I take the car, but that's like not the real world. But I got a message back from the lady with the Mini Cooper at the car show. I got a message from the guy with the blue Mercedes, Kevin. Also got a message back from someone named Luke. He said I left a note on his Ford Galaxy. I pretty much just said, okay, come now, to all of them. The lady with the Mini Cooper said she couldn't bring it till the weekend. The guy with the Ford said he needed another month of working on it. But the guy with the Mercedes.
But let me
Oh, do you have another car?
I don't have another car.
He pretty much said if I rented him a car while I had his car, he would bring it right away, which I was planning on offering anyway. So I said, yeah. Oh, that's it. You can pull it in if you want.
I want to see this.
Inside the car, you want me to leave exactly the same, right? It's up to you. You know, so I said, you know what do I got to lose? Change your mind. How's it going? You can pull it in if you want, actually. Hey, how's it going?
Good. I watch your
videos. Yeah. What made you change your mind? How's it going?
How you doing?
So I watched a couple episodes. I saw what you did with that sign. So I said, you know what do I got to lose? Hopefully, worst case scenario, I'll just repaint it. Did you think of any ideas? Yeah. Obviously, this is my heritage. Yeah. You know, so
that's true. I mean, worst case scenario, if you were planning on getting it, done anyways.
Well, I'm half Armenian, half Greek. The color I probably want to keep the same. I have the color code, and the inside of the
Vapes are a band here. I don't know. I saw you invited me to Australia. I would like to visit sometime, I guess, but I don't want to live there.
You want to leave exactly the same, right? It's up to you. So here's this. After he showed me all around the car and told me pretty much all his ideas, I ordered him an Uber home so I could get started. This is so fun. She just pulled up.
Uber.
I took all his stuff out of the car, but before I could even start doing anything, I had to take the car to the paint shop to get sanded and resprayed before they could give it back to me. I figured instead of waiting around for the car, I might as well get started on the next one. I called the lady with the Mini Cooper and said, I'm ready for you. If you're still down, bring the car. And she was.
I don't know why he just... So all he'd have to do is if he really wanted to do this to someone's car is he could just pay to have it get wrapped in like a flat color and then paint the wrap.
Hey, how's it going? Good to see you again.
Yeah.
How's it going? Yeah, I mean, what made you change your mind?
You know, I was looking at it and it's like it's so clean and it's so great and you're so good.
Oh, thanks.
Why not? Why not just go for it?
I'll make sure you love it. It's gonna look awesome.
Oh, I know you're gonna.
Pretty much, we're gonna wrap the whole thing and then paint only on the wrap. What are you into? What do you like?
To be fair, we're all going to be in the same... There's only going to be 3 god emperors. So I don't think there's much difference between living in the U.S. and living somewhere else. Right? Trump is going to have North and South America. Putin's going to have Russia and Europe, and then Xi Jinping is going to have China, Australia, and the whole Indo-Pacific. So.
Well, I'm a boring corporate office lady.
Okay.
But I can appreciate. I love your detail work, like that dragon you did on the. Was it the Lamborghini?
Yeah. Sick. Cool. I'll see you later.
See you later.
The main difference with this car is the paint job. It's pretty much already perfect. It wouldn't really make sense for me to sand the whole thing and then repaint it when it already looks great. So instead, I'm going to be wrapping the entire car and then only painting on the wrap. So not only is it going to protect.
Never mind. I guess that's what he's doing.
Paint, but she can also just take it off whenever she wants. All right, he's gonna keep working on the hood. I'm gonna start taping the sides and back of the car. I want to get all the black tape off so when the whole thing's done being wrapped, I can start the painting right away. It looks so clean. The first thing I'm gonna do with the whole car is pencil out everything I want to do on the car. I already had a pretty good design for the car ready because I had so much time to think about it while the guy was finishing wrapping the car. She also gave me a pretty good list of all the stuff she likes. She wants the whole car black and white. She sent this like a reference. All black and white art. She also sent this black and white. She said she kind of wants like snakes and rats and like smoke and skulls. That's the vibe of the car that she wants. And then some flowers. Not only did she give me a really good list, but she also told me she's taking the car to a car show in September and she wants the whole thing to really stand out.
You have to apply to get in.
Oh, okay.
So I need it in, and I think it's gonna look sick with the custom paint job.
I kind of want the whole car to look like one piece of art going around the whole thing, so you couldn't really tell where it starts or where it ends. It's also honestly way less pressure painting on a wrap versus like a real paint job. She can enjoy the art as long as she wants, but if she wants her old car back, she can just take it off. She said she wanted to stay working on that on the hood right there. It's definitely coming together. It's gonna look awesome when it's done. I mixed up some gold rim. It's like a dark gold with a little bit of a green tint. I added that in little spots around the whole car, and then finished up the snake on the hood. And I also had some fresh style art going on the side of the car. That was like one of the first things she asked me at the warehouse and the first thing on her list when she texted me. I didn't do any of this bottom part of the car because it's so hard to get down like this. If I could flip the car on the side, I think she would care. If I could flip the car over and then paint hunched over, it'd be so much easier, but it is what it is. At first when I got this car, I was actually debating wrapping the whole thing black and then painting white over it. She obviously wanted the car black and white, but in the beginning she said she wanted the whole thing on the darker side. I'm gonna leave a white outline around the design and then black out all the big sections that are all white. Also, while I was working on the Mini Cooper, I got a call from David at the paint shop and they said they were about to spray the blue on Kevin's car. This is the dark blue. That's the car now. They sanded the whole thing for black base on there. Why'd you do a black base instead of a white base?
Black base, if a rock hits the car and make a chip, you're gonna see the black, you're not gonna see the white.
Oh, okay, cool. I kind of just went there to see if he would let me spray it, but I don't.
Oh, that makes sense.
He trusted me with the spray gun. I got a couple clips of him spraying.
I don't do auto body.
And then I left to go work on the Mini Cooper. This was the last night I had on the Mini Cooper. I had to give it back to her tomorrow. And all the little logos, and I was done. Matches the other car she sent me perfectly.
That does look good as
This
shit.
thing honestly turned out way better than I expected. I feel like I kind of nailed exactly what she wanted on the car. It matches the other car she
It looks very good.
sent me perfectly. I have every little design, every detail, every picture she sent me is on the car. It's definitely an eye-catching car, but that's what she wanted. All that was left to do now was give it to her. No, you guys come inside here. Outside. So you close your eyes or something? Or, I don't know how to do this. Just keep your eyes open. You can walk outside. It's right there.
Oh my god. It's beautiful. Oh my god.
You like it?
Oh my god, it's so pretty.
The other side has more stuff too.
Oh wow. Look at this scale.
Oh, they're probably gonna lose their minds. But yeah.
The paint job's probably more expensive than the car.
Okay,
It's a Mini Cooper.
But dang, that was awesome. Okay, now it's time. Oh my gosh, I knew it was gonna be exactly what she wanted. I could tell she was super happy. She was definitely like nervous about the camera, which makes sense. But on Kevin's car, I figured I would text him and say, hey, I got your car. I'm about to start painting. This is when things got a little confusing. He kind of seemed like he changed his mind about the whole artwork thing on the car. He asked for 2 small logos on the sides of the car, the Bible quote on the back of the car, and then he said I had optional stripes on the side. But that was all I could do. That was like my only option. He even brought me.
Holy shit. The guy said, go wild, and then he's like, how about 2 little logos, maybe a stripe, and a Bible verse.
A whole piece of paper. He didn't really want.
I wanted to kind of maybe mean something to me. This is,
No.
I don't plan on selling it, so I had to paint it first and then put your artwork.
Paint this piece, repaint this piece, and then inside the car you want to leave exactly the same, right? It's up to you. I ended up calling him saying, hey, this was the original plan. Can we stick to that?
The car, you know what I'm saying? Like, believe me, I'd give you, like, I'd probably won't even care if it was like a wall, right? This is something I have to drive every day. But that's why I'm thinking this will make it look really some like the stripe, a few little emblems or logos that kind of mean something, and then I know you wanted to reveal this.
So he definitely changed his mind, and this guy's already had the body work done, already had it sanded, already had it primed and shot with regular paint. So he's backtracking now. I'd be pissed.
After talking for a while, he eventually agreed to let me do the gas cap cover. That piece. Honestly, I think he just got nervous. I get it. It's his car. I'd be nervous too if I had my car, but I still obviously want to do what he wanted me to do, but I just wanted to be able to add something. I figured I might as well start by getting all the things he asked for done while he was thinking about where I can add more. I printed out the coat of arms of Armenia and Cyprus and sprayed those both on the front sides of the car. I also added 2 white stripes going across the side and the Bible quote he wanted on the back trunk. He also called me and asked me to add damier bends on the side bottom of the car, which I honestly think looks really good. It just was plain white. He didn't want any design on it. He would also email me every time we talked on the phone. Every single call he would put right after in writing on the email. We agreed to all my ideas on detailed document called ideas for Kevin's artwork 6XL, specifically using 3.5 emblems on the sides like Ferrari styling. Both sides will be the same, so we will not be having any other.
So he would call him, and then they'd talk about it, and then he'd email him the exact same thing they just talked about.
Artwork on the car besides this. No leaves over the fenders, no artwork on the fenders. I suggested the Egyptian flag or coat of arms on the gas cap, but that's up to you. Again, it must be 3 to 3.5 inches like the Ferrari Stallion. He sent me over 41 pages.
3 to 3.5 inches like the Ferrari Stallion.
Across the whole thing. And after 5 days of me having the car going back and forth, he eventually said I could do this piece. He said I can do it whatever color, however I wanted, because he could just cover it up. He said he could just cover it up with a convertible top. Hopefully when he sees it, he doesn't want to cover it, but I was so happy in that moment to be able to do something on the car, because now I have the gas cap to do whatever I want and the back top piece. On the back piece, I thought it'd be cool to do the 2 animals of the 2 countries he's from, kind of coming around the back of the car, meeting in the middle. And then also for the gas cap, he told me he was born in Egypt, so I kind of wanted to make the gas cap cover look like an ancient piece of Egyptian art. I painted it the same orange he asked for on the other parts of the car. Then I ripped off some tape, made a border around the whole thing with white, and then took the tape off so it looked like a piece of paper. The goal is to get someone's car, make it personal, give it back to them, make them love it, and I know he's gonna love the car. That's all that matters. It would have been awesome to add some little Greek artwork, maybe some leaves or Armenian artwork around the car, just small little things, but I'm so happy he at least let me do those 2 spots, because otherwise there really wouldn't have been much on the car at all. All that's left to do now is take the car to David's shop and drop it off for the clear coat. Okay, also, while I'm working on all these things, all these cars, what's helping me stay organized is the Opera web browser. That's what I'm using right now. I'm actually kind of nervous what it looks like. He said the clear coat's supposed to bring out like all the color and make the whole thing look really good, so I have no idea what to expect, but I'm kind of nervous. I don't know. You like it? I like it. You know, I thought you was gonna be something more crazy, you know? Oh, my design? Yeah, oh, dang. That is so clean. Look at the, it's like glossed over. It looks perfect. This is great. This is insane. This is the coolest thing ever. Like, I don't even know. I don't have any words. The hood in the beginning was all peeling. Now it's all perfect. This thing looks awesome. When the car was all done, I texted Kevin and said, hey, you can come get your car. And he said he was busy or something for the next like 3 days. So instead of waiting around, I figured we should go back out on the street and find the last car.
Oh, he's going to do another one. Sweet.
I'll get the cop.
That guy didn't
I don't know what
let
you're
him
doing
do
going to the door, but you're out of here. Right now.
Asking strangers to pay their car.
Out. Now.
Wait, why?
I don't care.
Why?
Because it's private property.
Here we go. Here we go. You ready?
No, you can't walk.
Mel Karen.
Why?
Because it's private property. Streets are all privately owned.
Yeah, I live down the road.
It doesn't matter. In here, they're private.
He lives in this neighborhood. Again, obviously he's wealthy, but these people are fucking dicks. This is like some Miss Priss fucking presidential shit.
I don't care. Go now or I'll get the cop, the sheriff. I don't know what you're doing going to the door, but you're out of here right now.
Asking strangers to paint their car.
Out. Now.
Wait, why are you so upset?
You know what? You can go or I'll call the sheriff right now.
Wait, what did I do to you? I don't even know who you are.
It doesn't matter. I live here. These are private streets.
Wait, can I paint your...
He just sits there looking out his fucking window, waiting for somebody to come by so he can tell him it's private property.
car?
I'm gonna paint your face, buddy.
Wait, did I ask you to paint your car? I'm going to paint your face, buddy, with my dick brush.
You're an idiot. You're going nowhere. You're going to have a miserable life. And they're both.
He's a very famous artist and a multimillionaire, but you're going nowhere, buddy. You're going nowhere. I work at 9 to 5 for the man, okay? He lives in your neighborhood, and he probably paid cash for the house that you financed.
Both very threatening. He's approaching me.
This isn't real. This isn't fucking real, dude.
Sure, for right now.
Hey, what did I do to you? I don't even know who you are.
It doesn't matter. I live here. These are private streets.
Wait, can I paint your car?
I'm going to paint your face, buddy. You're an idiot. You're going nowhere. You're going to have a miserable life. And they're both very threatening. He's approaching me.
That was the craziest thing ever. I'm not like a prank
They're both very threatening. He's approaching me.
YouTuber doing some weird stuff. That's so weird.
I make YouTube videos where I do like redo, like sand the whole thing, repaint it.
I'll put artwork on it. Can we look at it? Yeah, you got a lot of cars out here. I don't know. Did you have any ideas for what you would have done to this if you got a free paint job?
I got a free paint job.
Well, that's what it is. Paint job. Let me give you my number and you think about it, obviously. All right, cool. Hey, think about it. No pressure. Let me know. After knocking on doors for a couple more hours, I decided to go home because I was actually working on a different video at the time. I put this video on pause to work on the Tony Hawk video, and I had given out my number to like 20 people.
He made a skateboard for Tony Hawk.
If you're interested, I'll give you my number. Let me get your number, I'll give you my number. And over the days, I honestly got a lot of people who said yes. I got a call from the lady with the red Tesla.
I would wrap it and then paint it, so you can take it off whenever you want. Free.
Dude, thank you.
So every your stories and every your videos is absolutely great.
I got a text from someone named Josh, this guy. I also got a text from Ellie, this lady. I also got a text from this guy. He really loved the whole idea. He loved the video. He was really excited about it. The first guy also reached back out.
I very seriously doubt that. Wait a second.
Free.
Dude, thank you.
That was the guy that cussed him out. That was Miss Priss. The male Miss Priss.
Great.
I got a text from someone named Josh, this guy. I also got a text from Ellie, this lady. I also got a text from this guy. He really loved the whole idea. He loved the video. He was really excited about it. The first guy also reached back out to me and said he was down, but I said no. I said no because the lady with the Bronco also called me.
We watched some more of your videos and lift you up a little bit more, and we're down to do it. I can try to get it to you in a couple days.
Yeah, there's a car at my warehouse now. Whatever day works for you, you can bring the car to my house whatever day.
Okay, sounds good. I will definitely let you know.
Okay, awesome. See ya.
All right, bye.
Thank you.
The Mr. Priss. Mr. Priss got on his ass.
Our client's here.
The Bronco would be a pretty cool canvas, I think.
Good to see you. I mean, I don't even know what to say. Did you think about what you want on it?
More area, different materials, because you got the soft top, too.
I thought about a lot of things. So I grew up with this Bronco.
This exact one.
This one.
So it means a lot.
It does.
Yes. You don't want your car to look like this after?
I'd rather not.
You don't like this color, right?
Oh, my dad.
Because it was his car. What did he say?
He was really pumped.
Oh, he was happy about it?
He's really excited.
Oh, okay. This is by far the coolest car I've gotten, but it also is going to need a lot of work. She wanted the new color of the car to be brown, but the only problem with that is the whole inside of the car was also red. So if I wanted everything to look really good in the car, we have to paint the whole inside and the whole outside.
So I wanted to know how crazy you want to go in diesel.
How crazy can we go?
Your wallet is my limit.
While he was working on that car, sanding everything, painting everything, it was time to go to the warehouse, clean up Kevin's car.
Your wallet is my limit. That's an auto body guy.
And then give it to him. I'm so happy in the end he let me do some artwork on the car. I think overall the car does look super clean. All the lines and the logos and the dark blue with the white on it. It just looks so good. Also, while I was taking the final shots of the car, Kevin showed up like 30 minutes early. Oh, he scared me. Oh, you're good. You're good. Oh my gosh, here. I thought you were gonna come in the car and reveal it. Is it covered? It's not covered. I got position the car because I didn't realize you were about to be here. Okay. He's waiting in the office for his family. He said he invited some of his family to be here for the reveal. They're gonna meet in the office and they're gonna invite them all here to see the car. It looks awesome though. I need to get a lot of final shots. I didn't realize he was gonna be at 7:30. And it's 5 right now, so I don't know. I met up with his family in the office and then brought them all out to see the car.
Oh my god. Wow. Wow. This is nice. Look at that. That's awesome. He put Cleopatra. Oh my god. He put Cleopatra, man.
Wait, that's really cool.
I was like, oh my god, what's it gonna look like?
I was nervous because we were like, I didn't know what you would.
Yeah, no, this is good. This is perfect. This is perfect. This is awesome. And then, okay, so this is nuts. I wasn't expecting Cleopatra. Love one another as I have loved you.
And more is the eagle wing and they kind of, they're both sides of your heritage coming together.
That's amazing, man. That's so much meaning, you know. I didn't know what to expect, but it's just so beautiful, man. So peacefully done.
Are you happy? You happy?
I'm more than happy. You know, it was kind of like she was my baby, so I was like, what am I doing? You know, like now that I see it, I'm glad I did it. Yeah, okay, good. I'm glad I did it. It's amazing. It's really, really.
So that's the guy who got cold feet.
Nice.
Kevin also said he had a gift for me before he left.
All right, so now it's a Marco's reveal. Close your eyes and just put this across your chest.
I'm just put it on.
Put it on across your chest. Okay, turn around so the videos can see.
What does it say? You're gonna cancel me?
You can look at it now. It's great. Yeah. Oh, what the heck? All right, this is how you normally dress, huh?
This is AI.
Dude, I'm ready.
Thank you, seriously.
Oh, absolutely.
You got me getting all this stuff?
No. All right, so then I got you some olive oil. Smother that all over your food and enjoy. And if you're wealthy,
thank you, seriously, for all the gifts.
Oh, it's nothing.
You have to do that. The best gift is just you liking it.
It's not like, you know, I know.
There's a lot of like ups and downs to the process, back and forth. But
no, I hear you.
I'm super happy you like it.
No, I love it. It's something I was kind of going, man, if it's too much.
He brought him a t-shirt and a gallon of olive oil.
How am I gonna drive it? You just kind of tied it in with a whole vintage feel. Yeah. After Kevin got the car, it honestly felt so good to have that out of my warehouse all wrapped up and done, because now we could finally work on the Bronco. It's been about a week and a half. We're going to the shop right now. We're gonna meet David. We're gonna pick up the car. I'm actually kind of nervous. This is the first time we did like a whole color change, so you had to paint the inside and the outside. I also just set him the color code, so I don't really know what it's gonna look like. I actually have no idea. Oh my gosh, dude! Holy crap! Remember, there's a big bump right there. There's a little hole right there. Now nothing's. This is gonna be. I mean, this is awesome. This is awesome. What do you think about the color? You don't like it? Hey, bro. That is the coolest thing I ever smelled. I did not expect it to look that good. All the dents are gone. I didn't know how the color would turn out, but it turned out better than I didn't even choose the color. She chose the color, but she did good. Like, that is perfect. She also told me the reason she wanted brown is because that was the original color of the car.
The original color?
This color
is actually brown.
She told me when she was a kid riding around in the car with her dad, this is the color that she remembers. I can't get over the paint job. It looks so good. So that's the color.
Oh wow, it's almost shiny.
She actually texted me that she wants no artwork on the car.
Yeah.
You even painted the doors inside, so all the inside's done. Also the red back here, you can see it. Look.
So it looks dusty and flat because it doesn't have any clear on it.
We're gonna paint that black.
That's why he wet it and said, "Here's the real color," and he wet it with his finger.
Bring it back. He's gonna paint all that black and then clear cut the whole thing. I'm gonna start by sanding all the little leftover pieces and then wipe the whole car down with alcohol, and then I can start taping it off and painting it. David also told me I did a couple things wrong on Kevin's car.
It's like a gold desert brown.
But I should have worn gloves because when I was working on the car and touching it, all the oil from my hands got on the car and made it harder for him to prep the car before the clear coat. I started with a small yellow line around the sides and bottom of the car. Then I put thin strip tape over that line and then sprayed the whole thing like a white cream color. I also used a roller on parts of the car, which I'm not even sure if you're supposed to do, but it actually worked really well. Oh, let's go. That is amazing. That is so clean. I want to make the whole back of the trunk USA kind of theme.
It's an American car, you know? It's an American car. I love this country.
I'm gonna have the bald eagle wings on the side, and then I'm gonna do the stripes up there. I think it'll look good. I still wanted the car to have an overall classic look. I didn't want some random colors taken away from the brown and the white. I made the eagle wings darker tan, and then I also want to make the trunk of the car like a subtle American flag. The back of the car kind of already had natural lines on it, so I just followed those with tape and then used my paintbrush to make the stripes of the American flag kind of fading out with the brush strokes. I airbrushed on stars, and then on the side of the car I wanted to add the U.S. Marine Corps logo.
I was in the Marine Corps.
The Marine Corps. Inside the wings on this thing, I put 2005, 2016. That's when she served in the Marine Corps. I put that on there. She texted me. That's what she did, and I put that in the wings. Oh, that's pretty cool. After I took off all the tape, she also told me that all the initials of her family members spell larks like the bird, and she said that they use that bird as like their family symbol or their family tag. So on the front corner of the car, I painted 5 of the birds flying across to the back of the car, and then inside each bird, I added a letter for each initial of her family members. Then I painted the front 4 letters white, made that whole front grille the cream color. Looks like Kim Faith calls it. Oh. I felt like the hood of the car was a little bit plain, so I added another stripe on the hood, just following that natural bump to keep the whole thing.
He does a good job, especially because he doesn't just paint on canvas. Like, he paints like all kinds of different textures and materials, and like most artists, even like really good artists, obviously they can draw and paint or do whatever, but they usually like master one thing and they paint on like canvas or whatever, or they do fucking graffiti. But they don't know anything about doing other things, and he paints everything: houses, cars, skateboards, fucking t-shirts.
Oh my gosh! The next morning, I worked on the back logo. I made
shoes. He makes a lot of money painting tennis shoes. He's got like these custom shoes he does.
A bit darker brown. I also painted some of the bolts around the car. And after I finished up all the little details in the car, making all the little pieces the colors I wanted, it was time to finally take it to David's shop to get the clear coat. I thought it looked good in the warehouse, and it looks even better out on the road. So that thing's awesome. It's so cool that I get to have these experiences and do these videos. It's all because of you guys. Thank you for watching me, letting this be my life, because this is so fun, and I'm so excited to see what this looks like with the clear coat on. While he was doing the clear coat, I finished up the Bronco logos, and then the next morning the car was ready.
I'm about to paint your face.
No,
Damn, that does look sharp. That cream and brown, that looks sharp as fuck.
Okay, this reveal's gonna be a little different. They're gonna come to the front of the gate right there. I'm gonna open the gate, let them in, and they're just gonna see it. I'm nervous though. I'm excited. I've had this thing for 2.5 weeks. It's finally done. It looks awesome. Everything honestly looks awesome. I think she's gonna love it. This was a long video. It's been the last.
And especially a turnaround for 2.5 weeks, dude. That's insane. Like, usually when you're gonna get a car painted, like, you gotta drop it off, and it's a couple months, if not more. Especially if they have to do like body damage and dents, which that had some dents and shit in it.
Like 2.5 months working on this video, and this is the very end.
Yeah, I think I'm too analytical. Like, I can sort of draw, and I can I don't know. Sometimes I just like fucking nail it, but it's a very analytical approach. Like, I take measurements and think about like angles and shadows and stuff. But the people who can just draw like from their imagination and make something, I can't fucking do it.
So, I'm excited. See you guys. You guys can both get out the car. All of you get out the car, and then we'll walk in that gate right there. Okay. Are you excited to see your car?
I really am.
Are you nervous?
A tiny bit, yeah.
I'm nervous too. Okay, come on in.
Little thrasher kid.
You can look up.
Oh, dude.
Oh my god, that's good. Oh yeah.
Look at this, that's so sick.
Oh, it's so pretty.
The color you chose is literally, it turned out perfect.
It's so pretty.
Yeah?
It's so pretty.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, dude, you did so good. Yeah. This is cute too.
Oh, that's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Had the stripes here fading off the brush.
Did it incredible. Did I? Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Very, very subtle American flag. Well, you can use a roller on a car. It leaves texture. You'd have to have a good clear coat guy that can basically almost use like clear coat, like self-leveling.
2005 to 16.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Man, you did so good. You like it? I really did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You give it to me?
There's this other guy that I follow. We'll look at one of his videos and just see.
It's so cool. You really did a good job. Oh, it's so pretty. That paint is so...
He teaches how to paint and draw. Well, I guess mostly paint without worrying about like drawing a nose. Like, if you go to draw something and you're like, okay, let me draw the nose, let me draw the eyebrows, you end up with like a cartoon character, right? Because people don't just have like a nose that sets out on their face. Like it is slowly everything blends in. So what he does is he takes famous art pieces and tries to draw them in the least amount of brush strokes as possible, just using like highlights and lowlights and I guess something in mediums. I don't know, but he does a really good job.
So pretty. I was a little nervous. What were you expecting? I actually told her maybe he'll like paint you as a bald eagle. So how much you want for it? How about
No. Paint you as a bald eagle.
Stuff I told you. Yeah, that's cool. What do you think?
It's good.
That's awesome. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you want a part 2 because I'm not going to be doing it. So just let me know if you like this one.
Let me know if you want a part 2 because I'm not doing it. That one guy, Mr. Briss, freaking out on him. Let's see if we can find this guy. Fewest, now that we're on art. Brush. Phil canceled tonight. That's what we were joking about earlier. Phil has, every time he does a show, he's like, and don't you worry because we're going to do 14 this week. And then he like cancels them all. I don't know what his fucking deal is. Oh, my green screen's wigging out. It's the first time I've seen that. Maybe he does it all the time. This guy right here.
30 brushstrokes to paint a masterwork. That's number 1. But truth in art is obtained like gold.
So see, it kind of looks like shit, right? It's just big blobs. But like if you just try to draw like a nose on a face, it's going to look like a cartoon because that's not the way shit works.
Gold. Not by letting it grow bigger, but by washing it of everything that is not gold. So what do we do when we paint a portrait? We wash away all the things that we normally care about. The eyes, the nose, like gold. But truth in art is obtained like gold, not by letting it grow bigger, but by washing it of everything that is not gold. So what do we do when we paint a portrait? We wash away all the things that we normally care about. The eyes, the noses, the features. We need to abstract these big ideas.
So you take all those individual parts and you kind of blend them all in. You don't worry about the nose or the eyes. You look at the colors, the shapes, the highlights, and then the darker colors, and just watch his painting kind of transform.
Ideas that are too complicated to think about.
It's like it's not a face. You're like, oh, that's not a face, not a face, not a face, not, and it's just a face. It's just wild.
The beginning, and instead focus on what's most important, which is how the light generally falls across the form. Then we start to carve out of that big form like a sculptor, pushing and pulling on it like a ball of clay. 15 will start the mass of the eye. That's just a big round ball that sits in the socket, and we can even spill that over to our eyebrow edge over there. I need to keep thinking big. If I get trapped in these...
At some point while you're looking at it, you're like, not a face, not a face, not a face. And like for me right now, it's like, oh, it's obviously her face.
Small little details and concepts, I'll never make any progress. 30, and we're so close, but we're just not there.
So that's only with 30 brush strokes. But you can basically see that's it. That's the form.
Yeah, we're going to fix this. I'm going to just take a little bit more time to think about this. Every time I study Booger out.
Now look at that. And he's doing that on like fucking Microsoft Paint or some shit. Like, that's insane, is it not? Let's go find one of his videos. I wonder if he does longer videos. Like, this one kind of blew me away, too.
This is the craziest art program I've ever seen, but I think there's something really genius going on underneath the surface.
So what's happening in this art program is when you use computer art programs, they have a brush stroke. And a brush stroke, like when I use a simple like paint.net, like the brush strokes are just like big globs or whatever. Right? When I use this, it's just like a big glob. Whatever program he's using there, no, don't say that. Whatever program he's using there has like this random textured brush with these random colors, but still check it out.
Here, so let's figure it out. This is heavy paint, and it doesn't have the typical drawing tools that you're used to, but it might help you break out of the bad habits you've developed by using the same tools every day. I'm going to use only the lasso tool here to carve out all of my darks, and that might give me some very strange shapes that I'm not used to, but as long as I trust the process, I believe in the fundamentals, I know that anything can be fixed. Trying to learn things the proper way, it's slower, it's more frustrating at first. It's harder. It's much harder than just.
And he's using a program that does these wild fucking brush strokes, and he was still able to get. I mean, I would be happy right here And he's not even done.
Trying to photocopy something, but the thing is it actually gives me the tools and the confidence to pick up a completely new software that I've never used before, or just try out a type of traditional meat I've never tried before. I know I could go pick up watercolors and make a pretty decent image on my first try. All this stuff, it's just about design. Interesting ideas going on here. I like the hard round brush against all of these crazy chaotic brushes. This eye turned out really well. It's one of my favorite parts. This is the craziest art
Pretty
program.
amazing, huh?
I think there's something about these older generations of painters that people just don't see anymore, and that's something I like to call unity. If I sample this skin tone and I brush it over all the lights of the face here, and then I back up, you'll see how little information we lose just from completely flattening all those lights.
Oh yeah,
30 brush strokes to paint a mask. When I press this button, all my colors get randomized, and I can't see them while I paint. Let's get started. I've designed this brush to make every mark that I make its own.
All right, so he's not even doing colors. Right, he can't even tell what color he's painting.
Any color here, it's all random
because he talks about it, the colors, the color, the shape. None of it really matters except bringing it together with the way that light works against a profile.
And that's because color is not the driving force behind your paintings. Light is, or value. Value is how light or how dark something is, and this is what creates the feeling of three-dimensionality. Of course, color is important, but you have to understand the hierarchy that these things exist at. First is your composition, your abstract read of what you're looking at on the paper. Do the big shapes make sense? And then it's your drawing skill, your ability to get what you want out of your mind and onto the paper, and your understanding of form, three-dimensional basic shapes, and how you can use those to create the feeling that there is something three-dimensional on the page. Then it's your lighting, which is your value skills that you're seeing right now. And then on top of that, it's your color. All right, a little bit over an hour here, a faster one today. I'm gonna
again, so he has no idea what the color is. That's why it's in grayscale. He's fixing to turn the color on.
Turn off our filter. It's a pretty interesting effect. And if you squint your eyes, it's actually going to read quite well as a face. When I press this button,
it's pretty wild, ain't it?
I see a lot.
He can paint.
I think it's a little bit of a shame. We have a whole lot of people. I see a lot of artists gridding or tracing photos in order to paint over. But the thing is you can't paint what you don't know.
Again, so you can't just like trace something because you don't draw an eye, right? It's all the colors and the shadows and shit.
And even if you have perfect accuracy like you did when you traced, it's not going to turn out right, because art is about understanding what you see, not just copying it like a photo. The eye is a ball, and that ball sits in the eye socket. Now that we know that this is a ball, we can wrap our lids around that ball. It's not just about copying the angles, it's about understanding the function of what it's doing. There's so many different fundamentals, and we
look at that eye he drew. That's insane.
We can use them in really unique and interesting ways once we become proficient in them. I think what makes this painting so masterful is this variety of edges. There's a lot of playfulness here. In the top of this lid, there's a very hard, dark edge that I'm reinforcing right now, but on the underside, there's these very wispy, playful edges between shapes, and then we'll see how close.
That's what I like, is when he recreates it and then zooms out.
Zoom out here, back up.
And you can't even fucking tell that he changed
and there's
the painting.
Velasquez.
Oh, happy birthday, Liam. Thank you very much, Jennifer.
I see a lot of artists gridding or tracing photos in order to paint over.
When he zooms out and you can't even tell that
zoom
he's
out here,
edited the
back
photo
up,
at all.
There's our Velasquez.
And he drew it over here to the side, then moved it over. That's insane.
I think it's a little bit of a shame. We have a whole lot of people now who want to learn how to take their art to the next level, who have been drawing for a while. In order to learn and get better, they have to unlearn a lot of bad habits because they grew up being told that it's just whatever they wanted to express. There were no rights and wrongs, which I understand for art, but if you want to take your game to the next level, if you want to be a professional illustrator or work for a game company, you do have to learn the fundamentals and you have to understand the basic structure of the body. It's very important things, but you actually have to unlearn these bad habits. It's difficult, and I don't blame them. I get fun out of it for me because the fun is learning and pushing myself.
He's pretty good at what he does.
I made this custom brush to prove that color does not matter.
Oh, I think this one is one of the other ones that's pretty amazing.
As much as you think it does. Let's paint this portrait. Every painting starts with a good drawing. It's just the basis of every.
So this is custom random. It just throws random colors in. But again, he says colors don't matter.
Everything that we do. It's our understanding of proportion, of shape, of form. This is the most important ideas that you can get down. And then on top of that, it's light and then color at the very top. Now that we have a strong foundation built up, we can start to think about value. Value is how light or dark something is, independent independent of its color. Now that we've got our general shadow in, we can just scrub a general skin tone over everywhere that has light. Even though I feel like I'm on acid, we actually have kind of form reading in here. We have a nose starting to pop out of the mist. People come to me asking for critique all the time, asking for help with their colors, but almost every single time it's issues with the
So he's not changing the colors. You can see the individuals, like there's green and purples in here. He's just changing how light or dark they are.
Values of their drawing, or just the proportion, the even more basic elements of their drawing.
I'm subscribed to this dude. I fucking binge watch
before they even get into rendering. You can create order out of almost pure chaos, but please, guys, we have to do it by control.
And there's just random colors in there. That just blows my mind.
Our fundamentals, not.
But it tricks your eyes because you can see the depth to it, right? You know where the shadow should hit. You know where the light is automatically. Like it tricks your eyes.
Focusing on the tiny little details at the end. That's brushstroke number 1. Let's see if I can do this whole portrait in only 30 brushstrokes. I don't know if I can do this one, guys. It's gonna be one of my hardest challenges yet. Painting the portrait is one of the most difficult tasks in all of art. And it's one thing to be able to do it, but it's another thing to be able to do it simply. If I make a mistake here, then the whole painting could be ruined, and I could not even realize it until I'm way too close to the end. From left, we get these really dark tones over to our mid-tones, and then to our highlights. We need to get that same value scheme, is what we call it, over and onto our drawing. 19, 20, and 21 here just to get these lips in place.
I'd be happy with
that.
that.
I don't know, guys. We're running out of brushstroke. I'm doing it. Let's get a little bit of volume on the neck here. I think it's really important to make this form pop. One final adjustment for brushstroke number 30, and then let's zoom out and see how close we got it. I think I need to go crazy for 2 minutes. I'm going to set a 2-minute timer and just go crazy on it. All right, my 2 minutes are up, and I wanted to just fix some of those big transitions. I probably doubled my amount of brush. That's brushstroke number 1.
I don't know. He's pretty
Abstract
amazing.
art isn't just dots and lines on a canvas. It's not Jackson Pollock. It's actually the basis of realistic art too. It's the basis of all art. It's how its most fundamental core things are arranged on the canvas. Is this a pleasing composition? What if instead of getting caught up on where do I place these eyes and this nose exactly, which feels like
So see how he went in and drew the eyes, the nose.
an impossible task. We just imagine that this head is just an egg, and there's light coming from the left side of it, and then the right side of it's going to be in shadow. Anyone can do that. That's much more approachable. Where I want to push deeper into the form, I just take a darker value like this and carve in under these eye sockets right in here. I'm still working with just my basic simple tones, but I'm able to achieve actually a decent feeling of the model without anything that we perceive as details. What's the biggest idea?
Right, so there is no nose, no eyes, no teeth or nothing, but he's still got the basic form. Like you can tell it's this painting.
Of abstraction. With our light, there's light coming from the left and there's shadow on the right. It's our job as artists to build beautiful things out of the chaos of the world, and that starts with simplicity. Abstract art.
Because again, when I go to draw, the humans are incredibly hard to draw in hands. But when I go to draw them, they're cartoons. Like I draw, okay, this is the head. They got some hair over here. Let me put a nose on there. But he doesn't draw any of those things. He just draws the shadows.
Yeah, you should still learn realism even if you don't want to do realistic work. You want to do stylized anime, manga, cartoon type work. It's still the same thing. Everything comes from reality. I can show you exactly on this eye. If we look and we take a ball here, which is a sphere, not just a circle, I can't go straight across the ball. I have to wrap a rubber band around it just like that. And we wrap it in some satin sheets. Here's our top lid, and here's our bottom lid. So if I were an ant walking across this form, I'd come down the forehead, out and over the eyelid, and then down the inside of the eyelid and over the sphere of the ball. Then we come out and over the bottom lid and down under the eye. What happens if we start removing information from this eye? We want to stylize it, right? Well,
where they're not, it's freaking me out. They're not looking in the same direction.
Just take away all this unnecessary structural line. You can even take away the corner of the eye. That's an anime eye, right? Push them to have a bit more of a clear read, because manga or comic panels are supposed to have the most graphic read possible. Yeah, you should still learn read. That's brushstroke number 1. Let's see how few brushstrokes I can do this portrait in. This is going to be a really big challenge. I'm going to have to rely completely on my observational skills here. There's no room for guidelines, and I'm pretty nervous about that. This is going to be really hard, but I'm always happy to take.
So this is my art. Right here. This is where I end. Okay, there you are. It's a toe with a dirty toenail.
A challenge here on TikTok because I'm always a student to these ideas, never a master. And what I see here is there is light coming from the left side and shadow on the right side. Really, the whole left side of the face is going to get this. 2 birds with 1 stone. Let's hit this left eye socket as well. And I think I have enough information.
There's mine. Yeah, done. Got it.
Here to place a pupil. I only use really kind of the same.
I think it can be taught. That's what he's doing with his YouTube. You should just you should subscribe to him and watch his videos. It's a Jake Don't Draw. Jake Don't Draw. Because he teaches you not to draw but use shadows and stuff.
Simplest, easy brushes when I teach, because I don't want people to think that it has anything to do with the tools, because it doesn't at all. It's about your understanding of the form. If you watch my video on mouths, you know the top of the mouth pushes out a little bit, and we get this brighter plane on top. And this is still so simple, but what matters is using simple ideas to build complex objects. That way we can do more with less. Let's brush stroke number one. Let's see how few more.
Look at that, dude. Like 50 brush strokes. And he drew what is a damn good copy of that. I mean, obviously it's not one for one, but Jesus Christ.
There's a reason why gridding or tracing out a drawing just doesn't hit the same, because it's not all about pure mechanical accuracy. That's very important and you should all practice it. But there's something called the spirit or the character of the model, and that's just as important, if not more important. Why don't we start out instead like a caricature artist, looking first for the biggest shapes that we see and flowing freely and looking for these rhythms through the model. That's what's important. And this can actually help us achieve more accurate drawings in the end, because we don't get caught up and second guess every single mark that we make. Let's just focus on the big shapes. We don't have to care about exactly where our eyes are going to go yet, as long as we can get stuff in the ballpark. This is just what stylized work is. It's not any different than realism. They're just choosing what to leave out and having control over manipulating that. And I can sit back from this a little bit and say, I actually have a lot of likeness here, even though there's no detail, and detail doesn't equal likeness. I see so many beginner artists just trying to detail their way to better drawings, but it's actually the opposite. There's a reason why gridding...
I don't know.
This isn't what artists see. This is what painters need to be able to see, because there's too much visual information out there in the world. This isn't what artists see. This is what painters need to be able to see, because there's too much visual information out there in the world, and that's why you feel like you're failing at these paintings, because you're doing an impossible task. Painting this is way too hard. We need to simplify what we see so we can make it approachable. If you're focusing on all these little value and color changes in your painting before you get those big groups in, then you're missing the forest for the trees. And this means that all you have to do is just get the right color in the right spot, which isn't really that hard because you're simplifying it down so much.
It almost makes me think about it like paint by numbers.
Most people I see make their contrast in their shadows way too strong, and it destroys the whole focal point of the painting. If you see your friend down the street,
that's amazing.
You don't recognize him because of the color of his eyes. You can't see that. You recognize him because of his proportions, his general shapes of his face. We see less so that we can paint more. Here's the zoom out. Go practice, guys.
I'm going to zoom in. The zoom out. I don't know. This is just amazing to me. Maybe I'm hung up on it too much and nobody's going to watch the fucking show, but this is amazing to me. That's insane, dude. Because this has all the fucking texture to it. But this is like a 1-for-1 copy with just big ass blobs of shit. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I watched a video today, and what was it? A cop video that was pretty good. I watched it on TikTok in parts, but I don't want to do that. I think we've already watched that one. Let me see if I can find it. I hate watching a video in so many parts, though. It was this woman that went around, she was trying to go around some cops that were working a wreck or whatever. And the cops asked her for a license, and she just dips the fuck out on them. They end up arresting her. like literally pushing it to the limit of what they could do because of the way she acted. Oh no. Oh no. Hold on. We may have something more important here. Melaleuca? This
Hello,
is way
and
too
welcome
long
back
to
to
watch
my
the whole
channel,
thing.
or
But
if you're
we'll
new
check it
here,
out.
welcome. I'm so happy you're here. My name's Hannah, and on this channel I post a lot of...
If you don't know, Melaleuca is what all the retarded Patriot streamers are selling. They are, they call it Patriot Switch or Stop the Cabal or Brad's Budget Buys or whatever the fuck they call it. Even Phil does it. Phil is on a minor.
Anti-MLM and social media commentary related content. I've got such a great video for you today, but before we get into it, I want to tell you about the sponsor of today's video, Melaleuca. Melaleuca is a consumer goods manufacturer of more than 400 health and wellness products. Just kidding, but they really tried. You read the title of this video correctly. Somebody from the MLM company Melaleuca actually thought it would be a good idea to reach out to an anti-MLM commentary creator to see if they want to do a sponsorship. Why they thought this would work, I have no idea, but it makes for a very entertaining video topic. Let me start by saying this. I work incredibly hard on my channel. It takes a lot of time for me to prepare videos and to create the outlines and to make sure that I have all my information before I make the video, and I am more than happy to take that time because producing quality content is really important to me. But once in a blue moon, the content virtually welcomes itself into my inbox and writes itself completely, and it's truly a beautiful experience. I could not have scripted this video better if I tried. It all began when I got this email with a subject line saying, regarding your YouTube channel and possible opportunity for paid sponsorship. I debated for a long time on whether or not I was going to be professional and just shut this down, or if I was going to be petty and play along. Ultimately, I decided that the petty route was much more enticing, and actually, some will call it petty, I call it research. There's a lot about Melaleuca that is...
Somebody emailed me about this earlier. Basically, a commenter we all know, former not very good boxer, was basically coerced into joining Melaleuca. They called it Flip the Switch or Patriot Switch or something like that. But they ended up getting coerced into that and were asking me, like, is it real? It is. I mean, it's a real thing. People do it. But the only reason they're making money is because they have thousands of followers that'll sign up. And they tell them, like, oh, you're bankrupting the cabal. This is the only way Trump comes back. We got to take our money. That's the reason they make money. If you don't have tens of thousands of followers who you can pass this all on to, then you're not going to make the quick buck like they do. You're probably going to lose money. 90% of all people do lose money. They never get back their original investment.
So confusing, and there's a lot about it that I don't know. Specifically, how the company has managed to brainwash all of its distributors into thinking that it's not an MLM. Every Melaleuca rep I've ever encountered swears until they're blue in the face that this company is not a multi-level marketing company. And I couldn't figure out for the life of me why they think that, because it so obviously is. And luckily for us all, throughout this experience, I finally have answers. And I'm finally going to show those to you. And it all played out over the course of dozens of emails and eventually a 25-minute...
It's not an MLM. It's what does Phil say? It's a buyer's club. It's not an MLM. It's a buyer's club. Got it.
Zoom call that they seriously hounded me into having, even after I said I wasn't going to do it. But I agreed to the call under the condition that they would be willing to have it be recorded. They agreed, and we did the call, and I'm going to show it to you. For the format of this video, I figured that the best way to go about it would be to lay out everything in chronological order. So first, I'm going to show you all the emails and all the different attachments they sent me, and then I'll show you the Zoom call at the end. And I have a series of several red flags that came up to me during this experience, and I'll definitely be pausing as we go along to address those. So place your bets now. How many red flags do you think we can collect throughout this video? There are 2 Melaleuca reps involved in this story, and I will be keeping their identities private and giving them fake names. So first, let's address these emails. It all began on the fateful morning of June 13th when I opened my email, and the subject line catches my eye. Again, it says regarding your YouTube channel and possible opportunity for paid sponsorship. And here we go with the very first red flag before I even open up the email. Red flag number 1, the subject line shows me that this is a forwarded email. To me, this signals that this was likely mass messaged to a bunch of different influencers or creators, and she's just forgetting to delete that forward notation at the beginning of the subject line. It's like old school copy and paste cold messaging style. We love to see it. And red flag number 2 right off the bat is that this sponsorship inquiry is not coming through my management company. It says in the bio of my YouTube channel and in every single description box on every single video that sponsorship opportunities should be directed to my manager. So they made a choice to bypass my manager and to contact me on my personal email so that they could pitch the sponsorship to me directly, and that to me is somewhat of a concern. We haven't even read the email yet, and I've already got like 2 red flags out of it, so I'm already on guard. The email reads, "Hi Hannah, I hope this message finds you well. My name is Alice, a fake name, and I recently stumbled upon your YouTube channel while I was looking for channels featuring military moms/wives and those of influence. I am so glad I stumbled on your channel, and I want to express my appreciation for the value you bring to your audience. Your insightful critiques and engaging style truly set you apart in the influencer sphere, especially
whenever they reach out to me for sponsorship. They never get like, they're like, oh, I thought I'd reach out to you because we love how you cover marketing. we love how you cover child sports equipment. Like, they never get my shit right. I don't know who the guy is that watches my videos and decides what genre I'm in, but it's never right.
Content. It's not only informative, but factual, logical, entertaining, and addicting. Okay, pause. It's really hard to tell in this
I can't be too mad because I'm not exactly sure what genre I am either, but they don't get it right. That's the point.
view of the email, but when I opened this email for the very first time on my phone, I was looking at it in mobile view and it looks like this. Notice how in the first paragraph, that sentence where she's saying that she was looking for military moms is actually in a different font. To me, this shows that she likely copied and pasted that specific line in order to apply to me directly. She's likely reaching out to a bunch of different creators in different niches and just editing that line to apply to them. So to me, this is again a confirmed cold message template in my eyes. Now here's red flag number 3. I don't make content on my channel about being a military spouse or a military mom. Sure, my husband is in the military, but that fact about my life has only come up a handful of times in my videos and only when it's applicable to the overall topic that I'm talking about. Terms related to being a military spouse or mom come up nowhere on my channel. They're not in my titles, in my thumbnails, in my bio, in my description box, in my tags, and being a military mom is not my niche. Being an anti-MLM and social media commentary creator is my niche, and my channel would never come up under a search for military spouses on YouTube.
I think that's what I do, social commentary.
So that raises an eyebrow immediately. You clearly didn't find me through military spouse content, so why would you lie about that? But also by doing that, you're kind of admitting to seeking out military spouses to promote your MLM, which checks out completely. Military spouses are a high-risk group for getting preyed on for MLMs. Back to
yeah, and because military spouses, especially when like you're downrange, but even when you're not, military spouses congregate together and they're forced to be together. It's not forced. They're highly encouraged to be together at certain events. Like they have military wives meetings, especially when you're like deployed or whatever. They're all over each other. Plus, they have a lot of time. They're at home. A lot of them don't work or work something simple. They're guys away a lot. Even if you're back, you still go to the field and shit like that.
to her email, it says, in particular, I took an interest in your library of videos on MLM companies. It's refreshing to see someone shedding light on these practices, as I've dabbled in 5 MLM companies over the years, and I can totally relate. However, I wanted to bring your attention to a unique and different company called Melaleuca. Oh girl, I've heard about it. Melaleuca is all over my channel, which you would know if you actually watch the videos. Unlike many MLMs, Melaleuca operates with a different model, focusing on high quality, safer, and effective household products sold directly to the consumer. No recruiting, no selling, no inventory, none of the MLM requirements that get people in trouble. It appeals to Americans because it's simply a shop club. I'm super curious if you've had any encounters with this company or if you're familiar with their approach.
It's just a shopping club. It's not even an MLM. It's a buyer's club.
Would you be open to seeing what Melaleuca is about?
It is really good. I'm not saying anything bad about like the wives getting together. It's a good system, and they help each other out, especially if they got something going on. Especially if you're brand new to it, right? Say you and your husband are 18 years old or 19 years old or whatever, and you just got stuck on a base where you don't know where anything's at. Maybe you've never even been away from home or lived on your own. But that's also what makes them good for preying on MLMs, because you trust, just like Phil's followers implicitly trust what they say. If you're brand new on a base, never been away from home, never been away from your parents, your husband's deployed somewhere, you implicitly trust the wife that's got 20 years or fucking 10 years doing this and saying, oh, don't worry about it, this happens all the time, blah, blah, blah. But she's going to be the one that is like the head or in charge because she has the most whatever time. And she's going to be the ones that they will target to try to get you to sell to all your friends.
I've had many encounters with this company. They're all over my channel, and I'm well aware that none of the reps want to admit that it's an MLM. We talk about that so much, and I've debunked that claim several times in my videos. Again, if you did any research and if you actually watch them. On that note, I believe your platform would be an excellent fit for introducing Melaleuca to a wider audience. Your authenticity and dedication to informing your viewers align perfectly with Melaleuca's values. Really? You think so? Melaleuca's values align perfectly with an anti-MLM creator's values? Sure, okay, because you're not an MLM, right? Would you be open to discussing a paid sponsorship opportunity to feature Melaleuca products on your channel? I believe your audience would benefit greatly from learning about the quality and effectiveness of Melaleuca's offerings. Looking forward to hearing your thoughts. Best regards, Alice, and she calls herself a marketer for Melaleuca. All right, so there's red flag number 4. You claim to watch my videos, you claim to like my channel, but you're not sure if I've ever heard of Melaleuca before. You didn't see that I posted a video very recently with the words Melaleuca targeting influencers plastered on the thumbnail? That would happen to her. It's the third story, only 5 hours after I encountered her, and they only offered her a third of her usual MLM. And if you're offering, I look forward to hearing. I'm under the impression that Melaleuca is an MLM, so I'm a bit confused why you're claiming it isn't. Do you have any further info on this point? Additionally, so I was already aware of this strategy. I already knew what was coming. Once I decided that I was going to play along, I responded to her email only like 2.5 hours after I got it, and I said, hi Alice, thanks for reaching out. I have a couple questions if you don't mind. I'm under the impression that Melaleuca is an MLM, so I'm a bit confused why you're claiming it isn't. Do you have any further info on this point? Additionally, what would be the rate of the sponsorship you're offering? I look forward to hearing from you. These were the 2 biggest pieces of information I wanted to get. Number 1, how is it that everybody in the company is so brainwashed into thinking that it's not an MLM? And number 2, what kind of money are you offering? Because when the other influencer wrote in her horror story, she said that they were extremely lowballing her and they only offered her a third of her usual rate, and they told her that she could make more money if she just signed up to become an affiliate too, so that she could make commission.
Oh, of course. You're going to sign up all your followers. That's how they hooked Phil, hook, line, and sinker. And then hell, he went out and got Brad
as well. AKA, you can make more money if you just sign up for the business opportunity under us and you can sell the products to your viewers.
Brad's got this post talking about, I guess there was a fight or something going on, some type of sports event that was going on. And he's like, everybody, here's the sports event. You can watch it now on Q, and got everybody. And he fucking shut down the system because it's like 2 guys, a rubber band, and a paper clip that run Q streaming.
That is wild, to be trying to recruit somebody on the basis of having a paid sponsorship, but actually what it is you're just trying to bulk up your downline and get more people to join you and sell the products too. So I wanted to know, are they going to offer me a flat rate or are they trying to recruit me? What's the situation here? She replied quickly about an hour later and she said, hi Hannah, thank you so much for your speedy reply. I'm happy to share information with you to help you understand more of what Melaleuca is and represents. I'll start with information that will explain why Melaleuca is not considered an MLM. I attached for your review a document that speaks to this topic. As well, I'm providing a link to our corporate virtual tour, which will give you the nuts and bolts about Melaleuca. It's 12 minutes long and should answer many questions you might have. If there's anything
one of my favorite ones is like, Oh, well, you're talking about you want to call it a pyramid scheme? Well, what about this? Who owns your company? One guy, right? And then he's probably got a couple guys underneath him that are like the executive managers. And then you have supervisors, then you have managers, then you have you at the bottom. What shape is that? Yeah, but I don't pay to work there.
I do not cover, please let me know. And lastly, I attached an information at a glance sheet that I provide to interested parties to see at a glance facts about Melaleuca, and I attached the company's growth chart. As for a rate, it would all depend on your costs and the length of the talk about either our products or the opportunity, however you see fit. Okay, so you're not an MLM, but you want me to promote and talk about the business opportunity where you can join Melaleuca to make money promoting the products and participating in the MLM compensation plan. Great. Makes perfect sense. I would welcome a live call with my manager, Kate, who designed our campaign in compliance with Melaleuca's social media guidelines. Kate is more knowledgeable about how it will all...
Kate is her upline. Kate is absolutely not your, oh, this does social media market. Kate is her upline.
Work. I'm CCing her here so that she's privy to our conversation. I anxiously look forward to your feedback, questions, and the possibility of a live chat, yada yada. Kind regards, Alice. Okay, so now she's bringing Kate into the equation, also a fake name, by the way. I am assuming that Kate is likely Alice's upline, or at least somebody who's within her team or within her organization somewhere. Because remember, this is an MLM. They're all stacked on top of each other. They're all making a commission off of everyone else's sale.
Yeah, I've never seen her before, but this looks awesome.
Right? They're on the same team.
Especially all the Q-tards selling Melaleuca. All of them.
They're all banding together for the common interest of the group.
Even fucking Lynn Wood had Melaleuca for a while.
So they can all make more money. Let's take a look at these attachments because these are really entertaining. We're going to spend a bit of time here. First, we have this fancy looking graph titled North American Growth. The figures on the X and Y axis are too tiny to read, and there's also no labels on the X and Y axis, so I have no idea what I'm looking at. And in my opinion, that's the point. This graph is intended to please the eye and to wow you with these towering bar graphs.
Dude, that's the growth in Northern American.
Is this revenue? Is this profit? Is this over a period of days, weeks, months, years? We have no idea. And ultimately, it doesn't matter. As long as the viewer looks at this graph and gets the impression that Melaleuca is a growing and booming company, that's all the graph was intended for. And it doesn't impress me. I don't even know what I'm looking at, for goodness sake. And that's red flag number 5. The next attachment is a Google Doc with information about the company, and this was created.
That's right. Here, I'll drop her link. You guys can go. Somebody already said they subscribe, but the rest of you can go subscribe. Copy link address. If she covers MLMs, I'm sure to be interested. That stuff, I like to watch shit like that.
By Alice and Kate. This is not a company-produced document. Some notable things on this first page are that they state that they, quote, do not recruit, sell products, carry inventory, or invest. And they make sure to say again, it is not an MLM. And here's red flag number 6. It's this section that says, quote, please note we do not use the company name Melaleuca in any spoken or written context in compliance with our...
People kept saying, I don't know. If it's Melaleuca, why would they call it Patriot Switch? Because they have implicit rules that no one finds out it's Melaleuca until literally they're signing you up. Because it has such a bad rap, just like Amway. Amway will call themselves Mentorship Programs, Legacy Marketing, LLC, blah, 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 until you get to sign up the paperwork and they pull it out and it's got an Amway header on it.
Social media guidelines. References can be made to Homeland Shopper or the Wellness Store. I've never heard of the term Homeland Shopper before this point, but we absolutely see the term the Wellness Store all over social media. And the reason that you're not allowed to refer to the company by name on social media is because they don't want potential customers going to Google and typing in the name Melaleuca, because then all this information would come up about how they're an MLM and people would stay away. So instead, it's a requirement that they call it the Wellness Store because that's an intentional strategy to deceive people and control the narrative. They don't want potential recruits or customers going to Google and searching Melaleuca because then they can't control the information they receive. Instead, they want to get to you first. They want to get you on a Zoom call, get you in their messages. They want to be able to pitch you the opportunity and the products first before you get all the bad information out there on Google. That's why they withhold the name of the company. Because think about...
First of all, ladies, how often do we shop, right? And we're always buying stuff for the house. There's something to clean this, something to wipe that, something to pick up this mess. Would it be nice if you could get those things, but chemical-free, right? Delivered straight to your door at a discount price because you're part of a buyer's club? Right? Am I right or am I right? Your hectic day, you want to be running to the grocery store or the dollar store 4 times a day? Of course not. And what about all those chemicals? Would you love a trusted company that promises to protect your family and the American way of life? Isn't that the American dream? And what if I told you that not only can you get this discount, you can get everybody that you know this discount. And the more people that you know that are getting this discount, we will send you a check for those. The more people you sign up, the more you will make. Everybody gets a piece of the pie.
What legitimate company or legitimate business doesn't want their brand name plastered
sell water to a whale, baby?
Everywhere. You do not strategically withhold the name of your company unless you've got something to hide. Remember that. The second page of this document has this whole section about...
I have never, ever, well, that's not true. I've never, ever worked in sales or in construction or any other thing other than security, right? Private contracts and shit, where the company you work for explicitly says, you can't tell people you work for us. You can't tell people who we are. Never, ever. We use this fake name that's not tied to us in any way, shape, or form.
How Forbes named Melaleuca one of America's best employers 4 years in a row. But if you actually read the article, you learn that they're not talking about being the best employer for the MLM reps. They're referring to being the best employer for the
When I signed up for Amway, it was just to get contacts or whatever, but I signed up for Amway. They used to tell me, they're like, what do you use for, a guy asked me one time, he's like, I'll tell you what, if you're not serious about this business unless you're using the products, what do you use for deodorant? And I was like, I use Degree, the 24-hour protection. I really like it. It works good. You know, I've tried other, 24-hour whatever, but I sweat too much in them, right? And it's not just about sweating, but it's about, like, smell. Obviously, you want a deodorant. And he's like, I tell you what, I use the deodorant that we sell, the Amway deodorant. And yeah, you might sweat a little bit more. Yeah, you might stink a little bit more. But you're investing in your future. And I thought, no. No, it's twice as expensive, and you just told me it doesn't work as good. Why? That sounds silly. What are you looking for in a vehicle? I need to get 30 miles to the gallon, and I needed to sit eight children. 8 children in this motherfucker. Basically looking at a minivan. What if I put you in a 2-door coupe that gets 3 miles to the gallon? You're investing in your future.
Actual W-2 employees, like the warehouse employees, the engineers, the analysts, the call center employees.
And the really reason I didn't like the deodorant they had at the time wasn't stick. It was the liquid roller ball stuff. That touching my skin freaks me out, right? It's like a round thing. It's like a round bottle that there's liquid in it. And then the top is like a ball. And as a ball, it works like a ballpoint pen. I fucking hate that touching me. I fucking don't touch me with it. It's disgusting and slimy and wet. I don't like it.
That are actually employed by the corporate side of Melaleuca. I think I was reading in there somewhere that it was based on a survey that was conducted, and they surveyed the corporate employees, not the MLM rep salespeople.
They even have icy hot. I can't do icy hot in it. They have a one you look like a retard with a glue stick that's like for headaches or whatever. No, hell no. I don't even want to see it. Now I'm thinking about it. Ugh.
And that's who they're talking about when they say that they're the best employer. Because if you're a corporate employee, you do have great benefits. You've got paid time off, you've got sick leave, you've got healthcare, you might have severance pay. I even saw in here that they give bonuses to the corporate employees depending on how long they've been with the company. I think it was like you work for Melaleuca for 5 years, you get a $5,000 bonus, 10 years, you get a $10,000 bonus. But these are things that do not apply to the MLM reps. Because
they buy you a pink Cadillac.
Or if you sign up for an MLM business opportunity, you are an independently contracted salesperson. You're not an employee of the company, and you're not awarded any of these benefits that they're talking about that make the company so great. Are they one of America's best employers? I don't know. Take it with
Jim from Florida introduced us to a cool series that was about MLMs, and like, it's obviously a comedy. It was on becoming a god in Central Florida. It's obviously a comedy, but a lot of this stuff happens, like shady deals, and they'll pay, like some of the big spokesmen have gotten in trouble for like paying to have people fucking break their legs because they're talking shit about them. That's their income. And when people start making millions of dollars and you're telling people the truth about them and it's not very good, they do all kinds of weird shit to you. But On Becoming a God in Central Florida is a little mini series. It's like a comedy show, like a sitcom. It's very good. Well, I guess it wouldn't be a sitcom. It's like a series, but it's pretty good.
a grain of salt. But I just thought it was really entertaining to see on this document. Like, look, we're such a great company to work for, but only if you're a W-2 employee. This doesn't apply to the MLM sales reps. That is so funny. And then there's our jackpot of gold. It's a 16-page document all about how Melaleuca is not an MLM. This whole thing is red flag number 7. You're kidding me, right? If it takes this much convincing, then there's a good chance I don't believe you.
The legal analysis. I just saw the legal analysis.
Is not an MLM. This whole thing is red flag number 7. You're kidding me, right?
Legal analysis. Federal Trade Commission calls an multi-level marketing network.
If it takes this much convincing, then there's a good chance I don't believe you. If you need 16 pages to explain to me how something is not sketchy, then it's probably sketchy. But ultimately, this is what I was hoping to learn throughout this interaction. What company-produced materials are being circulated around to make the reps believe that they're not an MLM? I'll link this full document below for your reading pleasure if you want.
Yeah, especially when you use the lip gloss in complete darkness and you don't have access to a lot.
For the sake of time, I'll just give you the highlights. The first page of this document says, unfortunately, some misguided individuals have confused what we do at Melaleuca with multi-level marketing. We believe it's important to distinguish the many differences between Melaleuca's business model called consumer direct marketing, trademark term, and the MLM model. This brochure outlines the elements of an MLM company and contrasts
consumer direct marketing, and it's trademarked.
Those points with Melaleuca's business.
We've trademarked a different name for MLMs, and that's what we call ourselves.
Model. Upon examination, we are confident you will recognize Melaleuca has almost nothing in common with the MLM industry. I can't even get through saying that without wanting to laugh, because after reading this document, I'm even more convinced that Melaleuca is an MLM than I was before. And then later there's a section that says MLM consists of the buying and reselling of products by distributors. Melaleuca marketing executives do not resell any product. In fact, Melaleuca policies strictly forbid it. First thing here.
So the way they're trying to differentiate themselves is you don't have to hold product, right? So typically with like Amway, you're technically buying the stuff, and they encourage buying extra for parties, spot sales, giveaways. You're buying the product and then selling it to them, and that's how you get your piece. But with Melaleuca, they just log onto the website and they have your tracking code because they're on your downline, and they buy it there, and the product never comes to you. Amway, those types of MLMs were always made fun of because people would have to go pick up their box on Thursdays, meet their team, and distribute it on Fridays or whatever. And everybody that sells it, everybody in your upline has to touch the product. So your upline guy gets it shipped to his house if he's at the top. Then he brings it to you. Then you take it to your people. They take it to their people. It was kind of silly, but they're just doing it now with the internet. There's a phrase that these people that were big in like Amway called garage certified, where you have to hit a certain, just like Phil Silver, where you have to hit a certain number of points to be eligible. The points are basically 1 point for $1. Even though Phil would say, I don't make any money off selling you anything. I make money off points. Yeah, the way you get points is 1 point equals $1 that someone spent below you. Just because you're separate, you are making money off selling them things. You can't just say, okay, I'm selling you a $300 piece of silver, but companies just randomly giving me 300 points. It has nothing to do with how much you spent, okay? But anyways, garage certified is when they buy all the shit to stay certified, and they just stack it in their garage. They in that On Becoming a God in Central Florida, the show, it's her husband was doing it, and she takes over his business after he dies. And he was just taking it to some old lady out in the middle of nowhere in Florida that used to be his elementary school teacher or babysitter or something, and he's just stacking it on pallets on her back porch. He's buying it himself. And obviously, if you buy $500 worth of stuff, you don't get a $500 check. You buy $500 worth of stuff, you get like a $25 check. So you're losing money every fucking month.
It's important to note that Melaleuca reps are called marketing executives. This is a made-up term that refers to people who have signed up for the MLM business opportunity. In Monate, they're called market partners. In doTERRA, they're called wellness advocates. In Arbonne, they're called independent consultants. And in Melaleuca, they're called marketing executives. The title sounds really official, but please remember that these are not marketing professionals. They're not corporate executives for Melaleuca. They're just people who have signed up for the business opportunity. They're participating in the compensation plan, and their job is
By the way, it was a marketing specialist who reached out to her and offered her this deal. She was a marketing specialist.
Other people and sell the product. But secondly, this entire document seems to get so hung up on the idea that Melaleuca reps don't sell. This is a recurring theme throughout the video. You'll hear us talk about it in the Zoom call too. They're essentially claiming that because Melaleuca reps do not purchase inventory wholesale from the company, and because they're not hoarding it in their garage and they're not physically packing it up and shipping it off to customers, then that somehow means they're not selling. And then this page goes on to say, in Melaleuca's model, a marketing executive simply refers customers to Melaleuca, helps them set up shopping accounts, and then trains others to do so. Melaleuca's marketing executives don't sell products like MLM distributors.
So they've taken out the process of you receiving it and then having to give it to your downline. You just have them ship it to their house from the website, which you could do the same shit on Amway too.
Come on, you guys. The mental gymnastics you have to put yourself through to convince yourself.
At least nowadays, you couldn't back in the day.
Not selling is asinine. Our job is to refer people to the Melaleuca store, but we're not selling. Our job is to set them up with customer accounts so that they can purchase the products, but we're still not selling. And we do get a commission when somebody buys a product that we recommend under the account that we help them set up, but we are absolutely positively not selling, right? Not selling. No selling going on here. It's like they think because they didn't purchase the inventory themselves and they did not physically pack and ship the order by hand, then that means they can't possibly be selling. I'm sorry, that's not how this works. If I tell you that I found the best household cleaner ever and then you go and you buy it and I get a commission for it, congrats, I sold you on it. That's selling. And that's ultimately the piece that Melaleuca reps seem to be hung up on the most. They think that they're just marketers, not salespeople, even though they do get paid directly off of sales. And because it's a pyramid of marketers and not a pyramid of sales.
They started using that at the water park where the woman works. It's good. I mean, Jim from Florida just dropped an episode one time and I watched it. I thought this is kind of funny.
People, then therefore they're not an MLM. It's truly crazy. My favorite part of this document is the comparison chart that they put at the end. In the left column, they list things that most or some or many MLMs typically do. And then in the right column, they list how Melaleuca is different. We can't be an MLM because we don't have to spend a bunch of money each month to carry inventory. Okay, sure, but there's still a monthly purchase requirement. If you're in Melaleuca, you have to purchase at least 35 points of products, whatever dollar amount that is, to keep your membership active.
35 points might be $35. It might be $350. It might be $3,000. Who knows? This is the same thing. This is the same thing that Phil does, right? You have to have autosaver turned on, which means you have to buy $200 some worth of coins every month. And you can't just say, okay, I'm buying it this month, I'm buying it next. You have to have it set up to where auto drafts from your account, because they figure even if you say, man, I'm gonna have to cut back on, my 7K medals, you won't remember to turn off the autosaver. You have to have it on. Even if let's say you qualify for a check this month, and let's say they check to see who's qualified on the 15th of every month. On the 14th, you qualified. All your downline bought shit. You got enough points. You should get $1,000 check this month. On the 14th, you turn off autosaver. They will not send your check. You're not eligible for commission. You have to have it on basically all the time.
Sure, you don't have to continually spend money on physical inventory, but you do have to continually spend money on products that you're supposed to be personally using. We can't be an MLM because we don't sell gimmicky products like magical fruit juice. Right, okay, but what do you have to say about Tupperware or Paper Pie children's books or Primerica life insurance, LuLaRoe leggings? None of those are gimmicky miracle products, but they're still MLMs. We can't be an MLM because we have studies about our products. Okay, many MLMs claim to have studies about their products too. That's not unique to Melaleuca. And a lot of those studies are done in-house too. So
I think every MLM pays a doctor or scientist or whatever to claim that their shit's legit.
I don't know how much I even trust them. We can't be an MLM because we don't hold inventory and resell it to the customer. Okay, neither does Monate, Arbonne, Beachbody, Optavia, and so on. There's such thing as inventory-based MLMs and non-inventory-based MLMs. In the MLMs that don't hold inventory, the customers go to...
And I think all MLMs were inventory-based until the internet became a thing, right? Then they figured out, oh, you can just sign somebody up under your name, just like 7K. 7K doesn't require me to buy the silver and then sell it to you, right? But every time you log into 7K and sign in, they know you're my downline. They know you're buying something. They know the points go to me.
To the website, they place the order, and it ships to them directly from the company's warehouse. Classifying
LuLaRoe
as an MLM really has nothing to do with if you carry inventory or not. It has everything to do with how the compensation plan
It's because you can't say it in Chinese.
is structured. Then they say we can't be an MLM because our products aren't excessively marked up. Okay, then what do you have to say about paparazzi's $5 jewelry? Not every MLM has marked up products. And finally, we can't be an MLM because we're transparent about our income numbers and we produce an income disclosure statement. Again, newsflash, many MLMs also produce income disclosures, as they should. I reference these things all the time in my videos as evidence about how MLMs are scams. The chart doesn't even end there. There's a whole newsflash. Many MLMs also every MLM has marked up products. And finally, we can't be an MLM because we're transparent about our income numbers and we produce an income disclosure statement. Again,
I think that's required by law now. You have to produce anytime you're pitching the plan. We busted Phil on this, and then I'm sure 7K said something to him because a lot of people emailed 7K that he was violating their terms of service, or their whatever they call it, a something contract, a distributor contract, or something like that. Anyways, if you're pitching the plan, this is from the FCC, what they classify as a pyramid scheme versus an MLM. If you're pitching the plan, you have to have income disclosure. I don't know if you guys remember it. You'll remember this part, though. When Phil was doing this and we busted him on it, the next show, instead of doing income disclosure that says that 96% of people don't make any money or lose money, he instead of sharing that and showing it on his channel, he had a QR code you were supposed to scan to go to the income disclosure statement, which still didn't cover his ass.
Newsflash, many MLMs also produce income disclosures, as they should. I reference these things all the time in my videos as evidence about how MLMs are scams. The chart doesn't even end there. There's a whole nother page that I could continue to show you, but the point is you see the trend with this chart where they lead with the language of, well, most MLMs do this, or they usually operate this way, and we don't, so therefore we're not an MLM. But they're just cherry picking certain aspects of MLMs to compare themselves against, but they're not addressing the number one most important defining factor of what makes something an MLM or not. What do you have to say about the fact that in the Melaleuca compensation plan, there's a section...
I think I don't know what she's going to say, but the most defining thing for an MLM is you cannot make any actual money. It's damn near impossible to make a living or a side income or any real income unless you're signing people up below you and they have to do the same thing, right? It's an endless line of dominoes that even if you're able, like we're seeing Phil right now, even if you're able to build this huge downline, the people at the bottom are never going to make money. So there's a constant turnover. People are only going to do it for so many months, depending on who they are, how much money they have, without making any fucking money. Then they're going to say, fuck you, and you got to replace those people if you want to keep your income going. Your income is based on what people you signed up below you did, and you have to sign them up if you're going to make any income.
Detailing how you can make money off of other people in your marketing organization, aka your downline, and that the higher in the ranks you go, the more money you make because you earn commissions on deeper and deeper generations or levels of your downline. How do you explain away the fact that your compensation plan shows that you can earn more and more money the higher in the ranks you go, but you can only rise in the ranks if you recruit more and more people under you? It's literally a requirement of the compensation plan that you have to recruit other people to...
So director, senior director, executive director, these are just like gold, presidential gold, copper, bronze, silver, all those things.
Come in and market or promote or sell Melaleuca, however you want to phrase it, if you want to climb in the ranks and unlock higher earning potential. You can't even get...
A lot of people like LuLaRoe. There is an expose on LuLaRoe. I don't know if you've ever seen it. Like they have some women that were selling LuLaRoe and they moved their manufacturing and they sold it to some different people, started running it. Then they kept getting moldy boxes and they were told they weren't allowed to complain about this. They were getting stuff with like factory defects because they changed their manufacturer so making more money. They didn't even change the price of them. They went to a manufacturer that could produce it for like half the cost of the original ones, and didn't even change the price. Right? They kept the price the same because the people at the top wanted to make more money. And they were like women that had really weird patterns where, like, let's say you had pickles on the leggings, it would look like you had a big fat green cock, and like really weird patterns stitched in the wrong place. There's a woman that got a set of leggings delivered that only had one fucking leg, like shit like that, and they weren't allowed to complain about it. They just had to eat all that cost.
Past the second rank if you don't recruit at least one other person. Cut the crap on everything else. This is what defines an MLM. This is the piece that matters, regardless of whatever else this comical 16-page document says.
Mariah even liked them when they were big. I don't know, a while back, which Mariah likes leggings. I think every woman kind of likes leggings.
Luca is 100% without a doubt a multi-level marketing company by definition. The only thing that would make them not an MLM is if there was zero incentive to recruit whatsoever. If everything was based strictly on commissions and sales, then it wouldn't be an MLM. But because you're incentivized to recruit other people underneath you and to build a team where you're earning.
Amway, when I went to Amway, again, I didn't buy into their bullshit, but they were asking me, like, how are you going to market this? I said, well, I have a podcast, and I do stuff all the time on the internet. I have a following on the internet. I guess I'll do that, which I never planned on doing that. Trust me. I'm not going to be like that girl you barely knew in high school that wants you to come to an Amway launch party. But they immediately were like, no, we do not do anything online. I don't know if they've changed since then, but their name recognition was so bad online, and their reviews and people that know what Amway's all about was so bad, they didn't want it mentioned online at all. Here's how fucked up they were. And I had a guy that contacted me one time. Hold on. Let me see if I can find that. I won't say his name. But I had a guy that contacted me one line and walked and did the pitch for pitch what I was supposed to say to people. Is this it? I'm trying to see who this is, first of all. No, I don't think this one's it. Anyways, I'll tell you how fucked up it was. That's not it. Okay. Anyways, here's what they wanted you to do. They wanted you to approach people you were friends with. If you're going to use social media, here's how you did it. Or text message or whatever. It's all about getting the person there because they know the pressure sells. Especially if you have a personal relationship with these people. They don't want to disappoint you. They don't want to make you feel bad. If it's not a lot of money or whatever, maybe they'll just agree with it. If you've already got it's all about taking steps. So in sales, you build momentum. If you can get a bunch of yeses in a row or bypass objections, like I got to talk to my wife. Well, wouldn't your wife be? So you got to talk to your wife because you don't want her to be upset, right? Yeah. Well, wouldn't your wife be upset if you missed out on this amazing deal? Because, time's limited sometimes. It's all about turning no's into yeses and building momentum. So they'd want you to reach out to these people and ask them how their life was going. Now, hardly anybody that you reach out to if you're friends with is going to tell you, oh, it's amazing, it's best, nothing's wrong, blah, blah, blah. So they wanted you to find a pain point. What is their pain? Where's that at? Is it with their job or not enough income? Or maybe it's how expensive shit is right now, or how the dollar doesn't go as far, whatever. You find that pain point and you zero into it. And let's say somebody's like, yeah, barely meeting ends meet or something. You're like, oh, yeah. Then you want to relate to them. You want to say, oh, yeah, I used to be like that. Or I feel your pain. Or I know exactly what that's like. But I really changed my life around once I started talking. Once I got a mentor. Once I started with my mentor. Once I had a mentor. And at the time, a lot of crazy self-help stuff and how to become a millionaire in 7 days and shit like that. Gary V and the guy with I got 2 Lamborghinis in the garage, but what's really valuable is my books. Ty Lopez. So it's always mentor, mentor, mentor. Now, once you drop the mentor, they're supposed to ask you, a mentor, what's that like, right? You want them to be coming to you for information. But if they don't, this guy did it. I wish I still had this message changed. I didn't ask him about his fucking mentor. I knew what he was doing. But if they don't, it's so obvious they keep bringing it up. So let's say, oh, that's cool, something like that. And then they'll say something like, I think this guy said, you done any hunting or fishing this year? And I was like, I don't do much of it anymore. I've been a while since I did it with kids, blah, blah, blah. And they said, the guy responded back, I hunt almost exclusively on my mentor's land. He's got a lot of property down in so-and-so. He's got 200 acres. My mentor. Over and over until they ask, like, what's a mentor? Well, maybe I can show you sometime. I could probably have you meet with my mentor. And that's 2 guys that are going to put the pressure on and try to sell you to it. You wouldn't believe how well he's done. He's really turned my wife's life around, because the first time I heard it, I thought, this is a cult, right? He's trying to get me into some type of weird fucking church, and the mentor's the pastor. Like, that's what I thought it was. But it's all about this mentor, change your life around. Whatever pain point you have, this mentor can solve it, and they're going to sign you up. And then, like I said, you feel like social debt to these people, right? You show up, and they're like, oh, you can start for as little as $30. And you're like, well, he brought me out. He bought me a coffee. He went through all this time. Maybe I should at least give him $30. But then that's another step, and you're building momentum all the fucking time. So you asked about the mentor. You responded to him. Then you asked about you told them a pain point. They related with you. Then you asked about the mentor. Then this mentor can change your life. Then you met with them. Then you felt like, it's just $30. Then you gave them, they ask for permission to take all the contacts in your phone. I'm not lying to you. They ask for permission to get your phone. They have a program that's literally from Amway that pulls all the contacts out of your phone, and they say, okay, well, here's something I can do for you. Everybody you know, I'm going to go ahead and shoot them a message and say, hey, I've got this great opportunity. You should, if you want to hear about it, just send me a message back. And they send a fucking automated text message out to every fucking body you know. Then they ask you to identify the top 10, 20, 30, 40 people that you talk to regularly that you could give them a call right now with me on the phone. And everything is momentum. It's a combination of building this momentum and no one wants to stop. It's a combination of social debt, sunken costs. Like I've already fucking called one person, or I've already, done this. I might as well call them. I already sent them a text message. I might as well do this. And they try to get you your first sign up that day. I don't know. It's just wild. It is built like a cult, and it's a whole lot of psychological shit. Sales. The top of the top salespeople that know all the tactics and all the tricks, they're all about psychological fucking warfare to put you in a car or a house or this or that or whatever. And they take those same techniques and apply them to this. And it's a whole lot of fucking shady tactics and pressure. And they try to get me to buy, like I was obviously not into this, but the guy's still trying to sell me on it, right? It's his income. He thinks he's going to be an executive Jefferson Eagle, fucking albatross or whatever. They try to get me. They're like, okay, well, look, since this is your first year and we're going to nationals this year, this is your first year, we will pay half of your $600 ticket. And we can probably get a hotel room. If you can't afford a hotel room, you bring a sleeping bag or something and sleep on the floor. But if you're going to show that you're serious about this business, a lot of people say, I don't need to go to nationals. I don't need to go to the conference. I don't need to go this. But those are the people, honestly, I just kind of wash my hands with them because they're not serious about this. And then you're like, I want to be the serious guy. I'll sleep on the floor. Let me buy a ticket. It's just wild.
Certain percentages on all of these levels below you, that is what makes an MLM. You don't need me to tell you that, obviously.
They try to, I guess what I'm trying to get at is like if you don't take the steps they think you're taking, and if you don't move quick enough and sign up enough people and go to the fucking conferences and buy the product, they always tell you like you're not taking it seriously. They try to shame you into doing more and spending more and buying more and signing more.
If you consume anti-MLM content regularly, you know this. This is not new information to you, but for some reason, people in Melaleuca can't understand it. If the compensation plan incentivizes you to recruit, that's the end of the story. That's all you need to know. And remember, legitimate companies do not have to work this hard to justify how they're not an MLM. I know we just spent a lot of time talking through those attachments, but I think those are some of the most compelling pieces of this video. She also sent a link to what she's calling the corporate virtual tour, but it's essentially a 12-minute promo video of everything that Melaleuca offers. I'm not going to show that to you here, but I'll link it below if you want to see it. Now, back to the emails. She sends me all these attachments. I look them over. They're full of red flags, but they're entertaining nonetheless.
This is from 11 days ago. I wonder if they took the link down yet. It's a Vimeo link. Let's watch it. You want to? I knew it. They hate bad press. I knew it. As soon as she said I'll link it down below, I thought they've scrubbed that motherfucker. Vimeo.
But I'm not ready to address those with her yet. I'm still hung up on the payment rate because she still isn't telling me what they would be offering me, and I'm not even sure where that
because they're not offering you anything. They're trying to sign you up.
Money would be coming from. So I said back, hi Alex, I'll take a look at the documents you provided and get back to you. As for payment for sponsorships, what is your campaign budget? I guess I'm a bit confused if the sponsorship opportunity is coming from Melaleuca as a company or from you as an individual. What would the requirements be for me as a creator? I typically take on sponsorships with a 2-minute deliverable.
So this person, it does not represent Melaleuca, the company. This person is a salesperson, and this is the tactic they're using to recruit new salespeople. So what they think in their head, this is such a good opportunity, or, oh my God, I'm going to get evicted from my house if I don't sign somebody up. They're going to offer you this sponsorship, and they're going to tell you all about it, and the benefits are going to be so good. You're going to be like, fuck the sponsorship money. Just sign me up. I can get my audience in there for sure, and that'll make more than you could ever pay me.
In one of my YouTube videos. Do you have talking points you provide regarding what should be said during the sponsorship portion? She sends back this super duper long email that I'm not going to read in full, but it will be on the screen if you want to pause it. But she says that the sponsorship would be fun.
Our sponsorship involves myself and, okay, it says, yes, of course, I'm happy to answer your questions. Our sponsorship involves myself and a select group of marketers actively promoting the Melaleuca store and upholding the company's mission of enhancing lives by assisting individuals and families in achieving optimum health and providing financial options. Our goal is to help people save time and money by offering safe, effective, non-toxic, affordable products that promote better health, wellness, and overall quality of life. Rather than seeking a one-time partnership, we prefer to establish a long-term relationship that would benefit your content, your audience, and our brand. Drawing from my experience in the MLM industry, we believe this, I thought this was an MLM. We believe this could provide a way for families to improve their health and save money without the obligations of pressures of traditional MLMs, while also now they're not a traditional MLM, while also generating cash flow through referrals if they choose. This is an option, not an obligation. Melaleuca operates on a commission-based system where earnings are generated. Yeah, but you called me about a sponsorship or emailed me about a sponsorship. Are generated solely when individuals shop for their families, as selling is against the compliance. All we do is help people open accounts. We don't take orders, credit card numbers, or addresses. Melaleuca's dedicated legal department actively monitors and enforces compliance with our strict no-selling policy, ensuring all members adhere to our guidelines. There's even a thing called Melaleuca Jail, where there is a limit to what any customer can purchase. If one exceeds the limit, I think it's around $900 worth of products, they go into jail time.
Funded by, quote, myself and a select group of marketers actively promoting the Melaleuca store. I take that to mean that her and some of her team members have banded together and they've agreed to all pitch in money out of their own pockets to pay influencers to talk about Melaleuca.
No, they're not paying influencers. They're just trying to sign you up.
This is not a Melaleuca run sponsorship. This is an Alice and Friends run sponsorship, which is red flag number 8. They're not just doing this for brand awareness like an actual brand would. They're doing this for some kind of self-serving reason. I just don't know what it is yet. Then she says that she wants to do a long-term partnership with multiple videos. And then this paragraph is utterly fascinating. She says, quote, selling is against compliance. All we do is help people open accounts. We don't take orders, credit card numbers, or addresses. Melaleuca's dedicated legal department actively monitors and enforces compliance with our strict no-selling policy, ensuring that all members adhere to our guidelines. There's even this thing called Melaleuca Jail, where there's a limit to what any customer can purchase. And if one exceeds that limit, I think it's around $900 worth of products, they go into jail time. I don't know anything about this specific jail time situation, but I do know that in many MLM companies, they have a policy that states that you're not allowed to purchase products to achieve certain ranks. Because every single month there are
this is amazing. Go subscribe to this channel just for this amazing content right here.
Certain requirements that you have to hit to maintain and achieve new ranks.
By the way, if you want to support my show, go to coldbeer.fund. We take donations and credit card numbers, and we sell stuff, and I'll sell my body if that's something we could work out.
MLM. And sometimes what people will try to do is if they weren't successful selling enough product in a month, they'll just go to the website and place their own bulk orders to hit those requirements, maintain the rank, cash in on the bonuses, whatever it may be. So I think that's what she's referring to here, is that there's a policy that says that you can't bonus buy, you can't rank buy, and that they're monitoring if any bulk purchases are being made by the reps. And that would make sense. That's what a lot of MLMs have, because Melaleuca is an MLM, remember? However, this term strict no selling policy, I think she's referring to the fact that purchasing Melaleuca products with the intent to resell them for a profit to your friends and family is prohibited, which makes a lot of sense. Again,
yes. You can't. So sometimes you'll see Amway stuff on Amazon. They shut that shit down quick.
And that's against a law to create either entire YouTube videos or just portions of YouTube videos dedicated to promoting the Melaleuca products and the benefits of shopping through the store. Again, she doesn't tell me how much she's going to be paying me, but instead she wants.
Here's what's up. Regarding deliverables, we are considering the following possibilities. Creating YouTube videos featuring product integrations that highlight how shopping at Melaleuca can save time and money, emphasizing the effectiveness and benefits of the products, developing YouTube videos with products integrations, providing a more detailed explanation of various products, their uses in everyday life, showcasing them as a safer and more affordable option. Yes, we will provide talking points. Please note that we are certainly not asking for exclusivity, and the videos will not be used for any other purposes beyond your channel. Would you be able to please provide us with your pricing for these deliverables? Do you offer your package deal? Our group is dividing the cost equal. Oh, maybe they are. And our budget is reflective of your fees and how many participants we would have. This would warrant conversation with Kate, who I am including in this email. Any chance you have a media kit? If you're willing to work with us, we are eager to start as soon as possible, as soon as you are available, and are thinking of one video per month, not set in stone, for 3 to 6 months at minimum. With 500 products, we have a lot of goodness to share. I would love to invite you on a personal tour of our store. This would be a great opportunity for you to explore the various categories. Allow me to show you the benefits and perks for customers, and together we can discuss what resonates with you and what you feel, what emphasis on you feel will benefit your audience. I'm excited to hear your thoughts and see how we can collaborate. Alice.
Me to give her my rates first. And then she also asks if I could do a package deal for 3 to 6 videos starting as soon as possible. And finally, she urges me again to schedule a live call to go over everything and to take a personal tour of the Melaleuca store. At this point, it's extremely obvious to me that these Melaleuca ladies don't know what actual legitimate sponsorship offers look like. This is what a sponsorship offer looks like for me coming through my manager. The subject line.
It says deliverables 160 to 90 second mid-roll or pre-roll YouTube integration, month, June or July, rate, and then, yeah, this is what they look like. Let me know your thoughts on this.
It says new offer, Typology Paris. Let me know your thoughts, and if you want to try the products first, here's the brand, hyperlinks to the website, here's the deliverables, the month that it's going to go live, here's the rate. That's the end of the email, short and sweet. It's basically a yes or no question. Like, we don't have more than a few emails between us to get this sponsorship going. In this case, I clicked on the website, I saw what they had to offer, I said, yeah, I am interested, I would like to try the products first. I got the products in the mail the following week, I've been using them for a few weeks now, I really do enjoy them, I am going to do the sponsorship, and that's it. It's not that hard. It shouldn't take this much effort, and it's concerning to me that they're not telling me what the rate is. I had to ask them what the deliverables would be. What are you even asking me to do? And now they want to get me on a call so that they can pitch the sponsorship opportunity. None of that is typical. And then it occurs to me that they also have not offered to send me products to try first, which is something that typically happens with legitimate sponsorship offers, and that's something that I require as a creator. I'm not going to promote something unless I've tried it myself and I know that I like it. For example, there was one beauty brand that reached out to me at the beginning of this year and they offered me a killer rate, but I tried the product for 2 entire months and I didn't end up liking it ultimately, so I turned the offer down. I'm not going to promote it if I don't like it. I can't do that in good faith. Trying the products first is a requirement for me personally. So at this point, I'm still withholding my rate because I want to see if I can get them to set the price first, but I do bring up the possibility of trying the products. So I say thanks for getting back to me. I've had many long-term partnerships with brands previously, and that's a format I'm open to. I value building a strong brand relationship with my sponsors, and agreeing to a multi-video deal is a great way to do that. The products sound intriguing to me. I poked around on the Melaleuca website and they appear to sell a bit of everything, which is great. Everything being safe, non-toxic, effective, and affordable almost sounds too good to be true. Typically with sponsorships, I prefer to try the products for myself before I agree to partnership. My integrity with recommending products that I genuinely love is of the utmost importance to me, and it translates to a more authentic integration and therefore higher conversion rate for the brand. Yada yada. Is sending products to try first something that you offer? And to my surprise, she responds back saying that they will be sending me some products of my choice to try first, but then once again, she tries to get me on a live call so that they can talk about the products with me. Before I'm able to respond to this email, she actually sends.
Also, there are other perks to talk about that this company offers, and for that, would you be able to live call with me so I can give you a personal tour and talk about them? Other perks.
A second email asking if I have a media kit with my demographics and my rate, and for a 4th time asks me to get on a call with her and Kate. At this point, I'm like, fine, I'll send her my.
Would you have a media kit with metrics and demographics for your YouTube videos that indicate gender, geography by country, and average watch time? Although we are focused on the United States, it would be helpful to have this as we are in 22 countries. This information would help us set a price. Once we have all this in place, I would encourage a call with Kate so we can work out the details and move forward. I am very excited for this.
My media kit with my rates, but I've been putting it off because I was trying to see if they would give me their rates first. Given what happened to the influencer who wrote in her horror story to me, I was fully expecting them to severely lowball me, and I was worried that if they saw my actual rates, they might get scared off, and they might be like, oh, never mind, we're not interested. I was trying to get as much information as I could before they got scared off, essentially. Oh well, I give in, I provide them my rates, but I do not give in to a call at this point. I updated my media kit with my most recent demographics, I attached that to the email, and I said, regarding a call, I'm not available for a meeting. Email tends to work best that all the sponsorship details and negotiations are in writing. I've never been asked to have a meeting regarding a sponsorship before. It seems unnecessary given that all the information regarding Melaleuca should be found on its website, and the product should speak for themselves when it comes to the quality and effectiveness. If you have any other supporting documents you think would be helpful for me to have, feel free to send them my way. And all of that is true. This is red flag number 9. Never in my 3 years of having sponsored content on my channel have I ever sponsorship before. It seems unnecessary.
Sure thing. Attached to my updated media kit, I just updated all the demographics and analytics to reflect the past 28 days to give you the most accurate info. I don't usually have a slot on my media kit for average view duration, but I just checked and my analytics is 16 minutes, 42 seconds. All my sponsorship integrations are 60 to 120 seconds long and begin within the first 5 minutes of the YouTube video. Falling well within the average watch time. Regarding our call, I'm not available for a meeting. Email tends to work best so that all the sponsorship details and negotiations are in writing. I've never been asked to have a meeting regarding a sponsorship before. It seems unnecessary given that all the information regarding Melaleuca should be found on its website and the product should speak for themselves when it comes to quality and effectiveness. If you have any other supporting documents you think would be helpful to me, for me to have, feel free and send them my way.
Given that all the information regarding Melaleuca should be found on its website and the product should speak for themselves when it comes to the quality and effectiveness. If you have any other supporting documents you think would be helpful for me to have, feel free to send them my way. And all of that is true. This is red flag number 9. Never in my 3 years of having sponsored content on my channel have I ever had a company request to get on a live call with me so that they can pitch me the sponsorship.
I have, but it's when they're just trying to sell me some shit. Right? They're trying to sell me some shit and then they want me to link it to you guys.
Opportunity. That's not a thing. It doesn't happen. So at this point, I'm really hesitant to meet with them because why would I? Anything you say to me in a Zoom call can be communicated to me in email, and it should, so that there's a record of what's being negotiated. As you saw earlier, when brands reach out to me, they usually say, hi, we're from company whatever. Here's a link to our website. Here's the rate, deliverables. Let us know where to send products and if you're interested. And everything about the brand should speak for itself. There shouldn't be any secret info behind closed doors that I can only get by speaking to a Melaleuca rep on a private Zoom call. That's weird. That's a turnoff. That's a concern. She responds back by saying that she understands my decision, but she urges me to reconsider. She says, I do agree everything should be in writing, but I ask you to reconsider a live call solely to show you that the website does not show everything that Melaleuca.
Thank you for providing me with updated media kit. I appreciate your quick response. I know from viewing your videos that you're promoting early on in your videos is quite amazing and an attractive feature for us.
Offers. For instance, we have an entire library of videos that teach about our immune systems, what free radicals are, how Melaleuca.
It is worthy to note that every customer gets $100 in free loyalty dollars to use within their first 5 months. So customers are getting $20 each month to try products for free.
Those products are made, etc. And those videos have a monetary value to them for customers. So in essence, the company pays customers to learn about health and wellness so that they can try the products for free. This is not visible on the public website, only in customers' accounts. It is worthy to note that every customer gets $100 in free loyalty dollars to use within their first 5 months. So customers are getting $20 each month to try products for free. This is why I thought a quick live call would be beneficial to help you as the influencer understand that there is more value here than what is seen on the website. What on earth is she talking about? Videos with monetary value. The company is paying customers to use.
That's another thing they make a ton of money on. Amway and these other ones in Amway they call them audios. Are you doing your audios? You've been listening to your audios. All I listen to is audios. I had this girl one time that got up and said, my business was struggling and blah, blah, blah at a meeting. She's like, my business was struggling and we took an 8-hour trip down to Florida and the whole way down, the whole way back, all I did was listen to audios. And I come back and I'd like to tell you that I signed up 3 new clients today. Everybody claps and weird and shit. Audios are basically people telling you how they've already made it and you can too. Now, you get a technology credit when you're paying your dues or whatever the money is to sign up for Amway. You get so many technology credits, like 1 technology credit a month. That's to download basically a podcast. But instead of a podcast, it's a guy telling you like, I was poor, I signed up for Amway, my guy signed me up and told me these 3 things. I used those, now I'm a millionaire. But they don't want you to listen to 1 a month. They want you to listen to fucking 10 a day. Audios. And your upline can go in your account and see the audio. You have to use their app. See the audios you downloaded, how long you listened to them for, how many you listened to in a day. Did you finish them? How many are you downloading? How many you got waiting to play? Did you download the ones that he recommended? Like they can go into your account and see, and they want you listening to these brainwashing fucking. That's why it's like a cult. It's like brainwashing shit. You can make it. If I did it, you can make it too.
Use their products, free loyalty dollars that you use over the course of 5 months. Like, where did all of this come from? And at this point, I'm thoroughly confused.
So what she's saying is to get them to take the training, because if you take the training, that's if you're really trying to sell it. That's the training is shit you'll repeat back to people. So what she's saying is for watching these training videos, we give them loyalty dollars, and they can spend that on products up to $20 a month.
Wonder if we really do need to have a live call because I've totally lost the plot regarding what they're even asking me to promote. And like I said, it's still a concern that there's all these secret things that the company offers that you can't see from the website alone and that you have to become a customer to gain access to, that kind of thing. And then she asks me what products I would like to try and what categories I would be interested in and how soon I'd be able to do a video. This is also kind of a red flag. Here's red flag number 10. I've never had a brand ask me what I want to promote for them because that's the point of a sponsorship campaign. They have a specific product they want me to talk about.
Yeah, what are they pushing this spring, this summer? What are they pushing to audiences like mine? They don't say, okay, well, here's our catalog, promote whatever you want.
And there's usually a promo attached to it. Ultimately, this is a red flag because they're giving me too much freedom as the creator. They're like, you talk about what products of ours you want to promote. You say what you want to say. You talk about them for however long you want. If you want to do a whole YouTube video, that's cool. If you want to do an integration, that's cool. You tell us what your rates are. It's just so atypical. I think I've reiterated that a lot in this video. So still playing along, I say, hi, Alice, I will consider the possibility of a call. I agree that it's easier to talk on a call versus over email as I'm still quite confused about what this sponsorship is about. Would you be open to having the call recorded and providing me a recording so that I can review the information? After looking at Melaleuca's products, I'm very interested in the home and cleaning products. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Once I'm able to test those out and ensure that I like them, I could get a video out within a week or 2. Another consideration I'm taking is what promotional offer or call to action I would be giving my viewers in the sponsorship. It's usually is something like visit my link in the description box below to get 20% off, or visit my link in the description box to shop now. Can you please provide me the link? I would be encouraging my viewers to click on. Thanks for being willing to answer all of my questions. And this piece about the link is very important information for me to have. I want to know what my viewers would be encouraged to click on. I want to know if it's going to take them to Alice or Kate's Melaleuca website where they're going to get all the commissions from all of my viewers' sales. Because remember, this is not the company itself reaching out. These are individual Melaleuca reps. So something's got to be in it for them, right? They want access to my audience for some kind of self-serving reason, so I want proof of what that is exactly. She replies saying that Kate has designed a landing page in accordance with Melaleuca's compliance, which we are allowed to use on social media. We have one specifically for Americans, but we can design almost anything to suit your audience. So I'll add that here so you can review it and we can discuss whether or not to change it. And thank you so much for your willingness to have a call. All of those logistics about—
Oh, so Homeland Shopper, the reason I couldn't find it when I Googled it earlier after she said it, is Kate's page. Just like Nino's Switch or whatever, right? Patriot Switch. What was, do you guys remember what Liberty Warriors was? Switch with LW or something? So here's Homeland Shopper. Of course, they always take a pretty hard alt-right, patriotic fucking swing. Though I'm sure we'll see the same thing. The bubbles that say Coke owns everything and the time to switch. And okay, here we go. 2 million families join the movement, owned by an American family, better products, eco-friendly ingredients. Does where you shop make a difference? Better products, safer for your family, and made in the USA. Be part of the grassroots movement to shift America's household spending back to family-owned. This has been Melaleuca's big push for probably the last, I don't know, 5-6 years. Maybe even longer than that, 10 years. Everything made in America, taking your power back. We can do this. We can do that, you know, kind of deal. Defund the cabal. So, switch with LW, I think, was Liberty Warriors. Join the movement. There's even an American fucking eagle. Join the movement. Fill out the form below, and we will contact you to show you how to shop American made. By the way, they really, really, really cheaped out on the URL. Anytime you got a hyphen in a URL, a lot of people don't even know how, like older people and maybe people that you're targeting, don't even know how to make a fucking hyphen on the keyboard, especially on their phones. But HomelandShopper.com is already owned by someone. It says Homeland Shopper helps you find deals and coupons near you. Market your business online with Homeland Shopper. Small business marketing with Coustic. Coutastic. 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 So they got the hyphenated version. Let's watch the bald eagle video, of course.
Do you miss the America we grew up in? We invite you to be. Do you miss the America we grew up in? We invite you to be part of the nearly 2 million North American families that have switched where we shop for many of our household products every month while supporting American families and away from.
I don't know. I mean, Liberty's always a grifter until he comes out and apologizes that he platformed fucking Jeff B, that he told people all this crazy shit, that he had his son crying at Mount Rushmore saying, I thought Trump was coming back today. Fuck Liberty Warrior.
Big box stores. Every month, we help thousands of families like yours vote with their dollars and switch to a responsible American manufacturer who produces eco-friendly products that are better, safer, and healthier for you. We aim to help families not only make ends meet, but also to live better lives. We believe in the core values of America and strive to keep the American dream alive. While large corporations merge, becoming huge conglomerates, the quality of their consumable products.
I wonder what MLM's Catherine Ballard is in. I think she's in that really date rapey one.
Declines because their primary purpose is to control almost every.
Where she picks out a wife to try for 2 weeks for her husband, and then he just rapes them viciously, and then they send it back.
Everything we use at home, and many products are imported from or manufactured in Asia. When we stroll down the supermarket aisles, we may believe we have endless choices, but in reality, most of the products are manufactured by a handful of conglomerates under various brand names. With record inflation and gas and energy prices on the rise, the manufacturing cost is dramatically increasing every month. The worst part is that many of their products are manufactured with cheap synthetics and fillers.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Asia, you say? I see those eyeballs right there. You tell me those are American eyeballs? I don't think so. What's he squinting at me? I thought this is American made.
Many of their products are manufactured with cheap synthetics and fillers to cut costs, including toxic ingredients. Check out the many lawsuits filed against these large corporations because some of their products cause skin and lung issues and even cancer, and switch to safer, healthier products made in America while supporting the American.
There's a blonde-haired, blue-eyed American.
Family and our values. Yes, we have discovered a better alternative, a U.S.-based manufacturer with a track record of over 30.
All the boxes just say made in USA.
37 years of ethically producing safe, eco-friendly products with ingredients provided by local suppliers and farmers.
Damn, that looked like the new receptionist on The Office. What's her name? Erin?
products, with ingredients provided by local suppliers and farmers who hire American employees. This members-only shopping club is where more than 2 million families that have joined our movement buy high-quality.
Part. I use Part too. That's probably the only hyphenated website that I regularly use. Part, where they search junkyards. I've had it been inaccurate before, but I've also had shit I could not fucking find, and it be on there. It was actually really good.
Safer, healthier, and eco-friendly products from. When we shop American-made, we all win. We invite you to fill out the form on this page. There are no commitments. We will contact you to provide you with the information you are looking for, and hopefully you will see value in supporting our country.
Quality products, empty bottle guarantee, products you can trust. Take the promise. For nearly 4 decades, American Partner has been making eco-friendly and safe products. We're so sure that you love it that we offer we try first guarantee. Not happy with the product? Yeah, but they already got you signed up as a marketer. You'll get your money back even if the bottle's empty, and if something arrives damaged, just give us a call. We'll replace it fast and free because they're charging 10 times what it's worth. The wide array of brands you see on the store shelves is misleading. In reality, just a few large corporations own most of them, prioritizing their profits over public safety, environmental sustainability, American jobs, and real value. It's time for a change. Take a stand and choose American made. Switching stores is that simple as 1, 2, 3. Fill out the form to get the Homeland-Shopper info. Vote with your dollars, make a difference. Again, they're all owned by the same brand. Vote with your dollars, take down the cabal, fill out the form. We send you info, you obtain results. We've got you. Are you ready for a possible beef shortage? We've got you covered. Melaleuca sells beef, or is this a different MLM? Riverbend Ranch Steaks. Yes, through the Melaleuca Company. Riverbend Ranch Steaks. They call themselves R3. Damn. So they just throw in a beef shortage at the end there. Come get you beef.
About how our campaign works would be covered with Kate in a phone call, and absolutely we can record it so that we can both review it. And here we have it, folks. Red flag number 11 is that the link they want me to include in my description box is homelandshopper.com/Alice. If you click on the link, it takes you to this webpage where the only thing to do is watch this 2-minute promo video and fill out a form with your name, phone number, and email. Nowhere on this website does the name Melaleuca appear. You have no idea just by looking at it that this has anything to do with Melaleuca at all. If you do put in your information into the form, it takes
Was the beef there? Yeah.
to this dead end webpage saying that somebody will be contacting you shortly. This is a funnel website dedicated to collecting people's contact information, and that's it. It gets sent to the Melaleuca reps, and then they have all the info they need to contact.
That's exactly what it is. It's ClickFunnels. All they want your information so they can put you in a high pressure call.
You and pitch you to sell you on their products or their business opportunity. If you watch Horror Stories 87, you may remember something extremely similar. The influencer who wrote in said that website was called Switch Away USA instead of Homeland Shopper, but it has a lot of the same
Switch Away USA. There's
language.
There's the bubbles I was telling you about. See the bubbles? That's Lynn Wood's bubbles.
America, family owned, comparable prices, quality products, that kind of thing. And that was also a funnel website intended only to gather people's personal contact information. So when Alice is telling me in her email that they can customize this domain to appeal to whatever audience they want, that makes sense. You can change the graphics around so that the website looks a little bit different, but the purpose is the same, to get people's contact info. And hell no, I'm not including a Melaleuca rep's funnel website in my description box to gain access to my viewers' personal information. Are you actually kidding me? But I'm still playing dumb, so I responded saying, "Hi Alice, I checked out the link and it gave some of my info in the form, but I'm a bit confused because this is not the Melaleuca website. Isn't this a sponsorship for Melaleuca? I was expecting a link to the Melaleuca site with an embedded promo code. What is Homeland Shopper, and why do people need to give their information right up front? I thought by filling out the form I would be redirected to the site to take a look at the products, but instead..."
This is like Phil Silver, right? He doesn't want you going straight to 7K and signing up because there's no telling what rep you'll be under. Do you have his cookie attached? They need the high pressure sign you up within his downline so he gets the money.
It took me to a page saying that I would be contacted.
If it was really about just getting people to shop at Melaleuca, they would just pay you to send people to Melaleuca's page. But it's not. It's about building a fucking pyramid.
Someone. I think the fact that I would be directing my audience to a website with no signs of Melaleuca would be highly confusing to my viewers. Are customers not able to shop Melaleuca products without being contacted by a Melaleuca rep first? Nope, they're not. Surprise. And I already knew that. Actually, you're not allowed to shop on the Melaleuca website unless you give credit to somebody in the company, unless somebody refers you and makes a commission off of your purchases. So no, there's never going to be a scenario where you just get a link to the site and you're able to shop. To which she replies that this landing page was designed for American patriots, people who are really pro-American. And that's why I said we can customize whatever it takes to meet your audience's needs and your preference. Then she sends me a link to another
Again, it's not about, she just said it there. It's never been about, so this landing page, Homeland Shopper, is really just about getting the Q-tards and the right wing and patriots, Trump-style patriots who want to take down the cabal. But if you have a completely different audience, they might have, eco-friendly products. And that's all about being a hippie and supporting this and this cause and protecting the animals. And they'll have a completely, so they don't really care about the mission that they claim they do. Like, Melaleuca's here for us and for Trump and for blah, blah. They care about selling things. So if you're like a fucking ecological terrorist, they can sell you too. They'll just set up a different landing page and use different influencers to get you there. Some smelly hippie with dreadlocks.
shorter Melaleuca promo video, and she lets me know that her and Kate will be figuring out a time to meet with me. And she ends her email by saying, we will do whatever it takes to make it work. So now this is the 7th time that she's encouraged me to do a live call. And honestly, I'm like, fine, if it's a live call with me you want, a live call with me you shall get. But it's not going to go the way you think it's going to go. Because here's the thing, red flag number 12. For the purposes of
oh no,
a YouTube sponsorship, anything there is to know
put them on the grill, baby,
about your company should be able to be relayed by me to my audience in 2 minutes or less. Sponsorship slots on my channel are 60 to 120 seconds. If we need to be doing a live call where you're giving me a tour of the online store and it takes 30 minutes to explain to me all the benefits and all the secret features of the customer website, then it's already not a good candidate for a YouTube sponsorship. That's why when legitimate companies reach out to me, they give me a link to their website, they say, do your own research, let us know if you're interested, and there is zero convincing or explaining involved because it's completely
the most that I've had a company reach out to me or tell me, which I'm tiny, right? I mean, mine are like hundreds of dollars when theirs are thousands of dollars, right? A company might say, hey, you can make up to $500, you know, or something. But the most I've had them say to me is like, we're really pushing this, or we want downloads on PC or mobile if it's a game. This is our new product line, and here's some talking points. You don't have to use them. We want you to give honest feedback or whatever. But if you do have an issue, let's say you're going to give us a negative whatever, like, I fucking hate this game, it never loads, blah, blah, blah. So here's my link. That I would reach out to them first and let them know why, you know, I'm negative, like, because maybe it just won't download on my computer because something I've got installed or my phone doesn't run it well, or whatever. But never, like, you have to say this, you have to tell them this, you have to tell them blah, blah, blah. Like, they usually have a little script, and I usually stick mostly to it as long as it's not something that is just an outright lie. We've done, like, even Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends gets a bad rep because they basically will use anybody to advertise, but hell, the game was pretty fun. They paid me money. My audience got to build a little group to play together in. Like, it didn't bother me none.
Unnecessary, but she already agreed to have the call recorded and provide the recording to me, so I'm like, fine, I'll humor you with a live call, let's do it. She's clearly not taking no for an answer. I responded back and I said, I must say at this point I'm thoroughly confused about what exactly is being asked of me for a sponsorship and what the offer to my viewers entails, and perhaps a call is needed. I would request again that the call be recorded so I can refer to it later. I let them know that I'm available that same day, let's get this over with. She says, yes, let's meet in a few hours. Kate will host the meeting, and Kate requests again that the call be recorded so
unless sponsorship offers are detailed very clearly within a 2-3 email exchange at most. Oh, usually. Sponsorship offers are detailed very clearly within a 2 to 3 email exchange at most and do not require a live conversation to explain everything.
I can refer to it later. I let them know that I'm available that same day. Let's get this over with. She says, yes, let's meet in a few hours. Kate will host the meeting and Kate will record the call. Cool. We're all set for our recorded meeting where they're going to pitch me the opportunity of a lifetime to have a sponsorship from the best company in the world, Melaleuca. One interesting little tidbit, though, is that after the call was concluded, they refused to send me the recording of it.
Wow. That's kind of shitty. Thought you specifically several times requested. Oh, it seems like Melaleuca's big announcement come a year ago. Melaleuca's meat announcement ruffled some feathers. Let's see what this says. To the haters of the wellness company, as a professional in this industry, let me let you in on a secret. Throwing shade at other entrepreneurs doesn't elevate you and your company. It demonstrates your unprofessionalism and your bitterness and your lack mindset. This is a Facebook post. And your lack mindset. So, for those people who are posting passive-aggressively about me and my people, did you know the EWG is crooked? Did you know that EWG charges $2,500 just to evaluate a single product? So, a company with a product line of 50 will pay over $125,000 just to get evaluated, with no guarantee they will be listed. Hold on. Oh, EWG is something, I guess, for Clean 15 list. So it's something for pesticides and cleaning products. Oh, no, because they can do... Okay. EWG verified for your health. Let's see what this is. EWG is the foryourhealth.com. With thousands of consumer products on the market, it can be overwhelming to know safer now. For the EWG verified mark does the work for you. When you see EWG verified mark on a product, you can be sure it's free from EWG's chemicals of concern and meets our strictest standards for your health. As of today, 2,480 products have been sponsored or have been approved for the EWG verified mark. What does it stand for? environmental working group. So it's like a mark of approval that it doesn't have chemicals on it, I guess. So this guy's complaining about that in a Facebook post. There's no guarantee they will be listed. We have over 500, so that's going to be a no from us. And did you know you can be verified by paying more, which is great for companies like Walmart and Target and brands like Seventh Generation and Method, which are owned by the same corporate corrupt giants people think they are avoiding. Also, did you know that the EWG's primary investor is the Walton brothers that own Walmart? Not only that, did you notice that EWG recommends and advertises for products that have known carcinogens in them? And there are lawsuits against the EWG for rating products an F just because a company refuses to pay them for an evaluation or because they refuse to give up their patented or proprietary information. So instead, we teach people ourselves to look at ingredients. My people are educated and researchers. They are incredibly intelligent. When you insult shoppers of the online wellness store based on your own MLM bias, you insult your own intelligence. After years of research and working with naturopathic professionals, we all still choose the wellness company because they prove themselves to always have their customers' best interest at heart. The best research, the best products, the best ingredients, the best natural solutions at the best prices. And why? Does the fact that the wellness company now offering no antibiotic, no hormone prime beef at discounted prices have network marketers losing their ever-loving minds? Well, I'll leave that up to the intelligent people in my circle, winky face. So cheers, champagne glasses. Here's to staying healthy and saving money, and now eating the best beef in all of North America raised by a man who I trust with my life. American flag, pea sprout, box, T-bone. Thank you very much. Sorry, I was way too in character. Why does this hun keep saying wellness company? Does she not even know the name of her MLM? Also, if you're in an MLM, you are not running a business, much less an entrepreneur or professional. As far as I know, Melaleuca Huns are not allowed to say their company's name. Yes, about 9 to 10 years ago, a coworker tried to recruit me, and I flat out told her she needed to tell me the name of the company. She looked around to make sure we were alone and then leaned in close and whispered, Melaleuca. She was legit scared to say the name to an outsider. So culty. Voldemort comes to mind. Oh no, maybe Melaleuca killed her parents. Wow, it's cult all the way down. You have to pay for the company name. First rule of Melaleuca, like Fight Club. This is so weird. An old friend posted something about a shop club, so I Googled it and it said Melaleuca, which I had heard of here. I guess they know it's associated with a scam. So they're entrepreneurs, but they have to stick to rules they have to follow. Makes sense. All right. So anyways, hun is a term. Hun is slang. They call people huns as a short what does it stand for? Hold on. Honey, I think. What do they use it for? I wonder myself. They use it for something. They use it for short for something. I guess because they also, I guess maybe when they're pitching it, they say hun a lot. I don't know. I remember falling down the MLM Reddit rabbit hole, and they've got a bunch of slang terms. Maybe it's because when they pitch it, they always call you honey. I don't know. I can't remember. There's a reason why they use it, and they call everybody from that's part of an MLM the Huns, like Attila the Hun, but I don't remember why. I don't know. We can look it up later.
That was our agreement that I would do the meeting if I could get the recording, and they agreed to that twice in writing and once on the live call. Yet, interestingly, I followed up with them twice asking for this recording, and it was crickets. 2 whole days go by, which was so funny because before the meeting, they were responding to me almost instantly to get this all set up, and then when it finally came time for me to get the recording that I was promised, they didn't want anything to do with it. When I finally did hear back, the email said, "Hi, Hannah, I realized that Kate isn't around and responding to your email, so I reached out to her myself. She indicated that since it was clear from our conversation that paid collaboration was not going to happen, she didn't bother to save the recording as there would be no use for it." Here's the thing about that, though. It should be...
Oh, they just didn't save it. Damn it.
That when Zoom recordings conclude, they are automatically saved once the meeting is over. They save locally on the Zoom software, and you can have it set up where it automatically saves as a file on your desktop too. So for the record, it's not that she didn't save the recording. There's no option that pops up that says save or don't save. That's not a thing. The recording gets saved regardless, and so she would have had to actively go into the folder and click the file and delete the file for it to not exist anymore. So either she actively deleted the file, or she's just
That is true. If you're doing a recording, it automatically saves on your Zoom account as soon as the video call ends. It saves it.
Up with an excuse as to why she can't send it to me. Either way, she had the recording in her possession, and she's making the active choice to not send it to me. Color me shocked. Did you really think I believed them when they said that they would send me the recording afterwards? Absolutely not. I'm not the least bit surprised that they're refusing to give it to me. I wouldn't give it to me if I were them. It was basically 25 minutes of them claiming not to be an MLM and me refuting them logically point by.
It's the same way we call people like Q-tards, right? So I was talking to this Q-tard the other day, or I was talking to whatever, maggots when they do MAGA, or snowflakes or whatever. Reddit has their own speech, and if you're not in Reddit, like you don't fall down the rabbit hole, you'll never know what the fuck they're talking about.
Point, they were very smart to not hand over that recording to an anti-MLM creator. But luckily for us, Mama didn't raise no fool, and of course I took my own recording. And of course I'm going to show it to you completely uncut. And it is legal because they agreed to be recorded both verbally and in writing. Everyone on the call consented to it being recorded. Everyone knew that it was being recorded. The caveat to the version I have is that it's not the best quality. It was recorded on my iPhone, and my editor, Elise, bless her, is having to do a lot of audio balancing to it. So I apologize. It's not the quality I was hoping for this video, but I'm hoping you can.
What the fuck is this?
75% of the bones in your body are below your ankles. What?
What? This is a Joe Rogan guest.
Body are below your ankles.
75% of the bones in your body are below your ankles.
In your body are below your ankles. In your body are below your ankles.
What? I've seen a lot of people coming for this guy, but we got to be careful. He is saying to Joe Rogan, 75% of the bones in your body are below your ankles. And I think we can assume that he means including the ankles. So anything below the tib fib. If it was below the ankles, that would just be the foot bones. That's ridiculous. That's definitely not the case. But now we know that 75% of the bones in our bodies, like you and me, aren't below the ankle. But he's not talking to us. He's talking to Joe Rogan. And Joe Rogan is an unusual man. And so maybe 75% of the bones in Joe Rogan's body are below his ankles. Like maybe he has a lot of feet. Maybe there's not just the two. I haven't looked. Maybe a lot of the bones in his upper bodies have been fused together into one single bone. That would be surprising, but this is Joe Rogan's body we're talking about. It's not our bodies. I don't know what Joe's situation is.
75% of the bones in your body are below your ankles.
Sorry.
See past the quality to appreciate the content within it. You'll see exactly why they didn't want me to have access to this recording.
Joe Rogan just believes anything anybody says. Jamie, look that up.
Went in a completely different direction than they were anticipating. So grab your popcorn, sit back. Here we go. Enjoy.
Oh, this is what I'm excited about. I'm excited. Are you excited, chat? Say something in the chat because nobody's fucking talking enough. Everybody disappears later, I guess.
Got my video working. Hello. Thanks for meeting with me.
Oh, thanks for meeting with us. Appreciate it.
Yes, I'm going to go into a separate room. Just give me a second. You guys keep talking.
Okay.
Did you want this recorded?
I would love this recorded. Yeah, just so I can reference back to it.
Yeah, I can do that. Recording in progress.
Thank you. You're okay with it being recorded?
And everybody gets notified. Everybody gets notified when a Zoom recording started. You just heard it say, recording in progress. What if I told you could be your own boss? Yeah, I'm a YouTuber. I'm kind of my own boss.
Okay, sounds good.
I already slowed it down to 1.5. I'm not slowing it down anymore.
So I figured I would just kind of let you guys have the floor and explain whatever you think is relevant for me to know about the sponsorship. The one thing I just wanted to know right up front is, like, I'm not exactly sure who the two of you are.
We've been listening to it on too.
Like, how are you affiliated with Melaleuca exactly?
So we are both independent marketing executives with Melaleuca. So we share the store with people.
Okay.
Melaleuca is a referral business. Every shopper is referred by another shopper, or we have worked with influencers who we just pay them to promote the store, and then we send people our link.
Okay. So
referral-based business. So we're just independent marketing executives. We have other people in our
It's just going to be shitty quality because she thought she was getting a real recording instead of this recording.
Group that work with us. So it's not just Chris and I. We have people sort of fielding the calls because we do help shoppers shop if they require help. So we sometimes need more people.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I wanted to know. Because you're not like a Melaleuca employee, correct? You're like an independent contractor participating in the compensation plan?
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that clarification. Yeah.
We're like affiliates.
Okay.
We're like, we earn a commission when people shop.
Not like an affiliate. So I have affiliate links down below my videos. You guys sometimes use them. They're the Amazon links. And if you go there and use the link, then I get a percentage back. I don't pay Amazon to do that for me. I don't go to meetings. They don't make me listen to this. They don't do high pressure. Got to get on a voice call, blah, blah. It's just an affiliate link. I have a buddy right now who's killing it. Absolutely killing it. I told you that there was a debt consolidation or credit repair, not debt consolidation, credit repair company that I've been talking to. I have a buddy right now that is literally killing it. Like 7 figures doing referrals through TikTok and having videos kind of go semi-viral. and getting people credit repair. He's making a shit ton of money. It's all affiliate.
Okay, so you are selling them the products and then you earn that commission. That's how you make the money.
We can't physically sell products. People have to buy products through the store.
Okay.
But we earn money based on their shopping cart. And the beauty of Melaleuca is our customer retention rate is very, very high. I've met people online who have been shopping at Melaleuca for 30 plus years.
Mm-hmm.
Why would their customer retention rate be very, 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 very high? Because if you're doing this as a business, which is really the only opportunity there is, you have to be qualified. You have to buy there. You have to buy there. And so does all your downline.
Crazy.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
The products are great, and the retention rate speaks for itself.
Okay. Yeah. And speaking of the retention rate, I noticed. So I was looking through the materials that sent my way, and because one of the points that I'm perhaps the most, I guess, concerned about is the MLM confusion, I guess, that Melaleuca seems to have. Obviously, my channel is completely based around the fact that I do not support MLMs, and that's what my viewer base is. And so I think it would translate very poorly if I was promoting something that appeared to be an MLM. I don't think that would be effective for my viewers, and I don't think that would translate into sales.
They didn't know she was an anti-MLM channel. Remember, they thought she was a military mom or something.
And so, yeah, and maybe we can get into that a little bit later once you want to explain kind of what this is all about. But I guess after looking at that document about the MLM Melaleuca comparison, I'm still not particularly convinced that it's not an MLM. I think a lot of the points were very cherry picked and can easily be refuted.
Oh, you should have went in as Donna Keydick.
As to why this is not an MLM. And so one of them being the customer retention rate that you just mentioned. I think it said 96% of customers purchasing this month purchase next month. Do you think that is because they're on an auto ship program? Like, do you think the customer retention is high because they're required to purchase next month, with, and they can't get out?
Oh no, this is going bad. You think it's because they got auto ship? You think it's because they got the corn saver on? You think it's because they have to have that on so they can get paid?
Get out of it unless they.
96% of customers who bought this month will buy next month. Yeah, they're required to, unless they quit the company.
Contact customer service.
So there is a preferred membership option, though it's not required.
Okay.
So people can become regular customers and not enjoy the benefits of the store.
Okay.
And there are other benefits of the store. We have a marketplace where people, if they want to shop for things that Melaleuca doesn't offer, like clothing or electronics or things like that, they can go through our marketplace portal.
Really? Is that like Phil is on a minor? I'm not sure I got the name of his website right. It's Phil is on a minor, correct? Am I saying that right?
And shop at Best Buy or whatever retailer they want to shop at and earn loyalty dollars in Melaleuca. So a really great example is one of
that was basically the entire thing that Brad Barton's first MLM was. It was almost like a cashback credit card, except it was MLM. So you know how like when you use cash back, whatever purchase you make or qualifying purchases, if it's one of those, you get like 3% back. Well, what they were doing is you had to sign into his MLM website, and then you say that you were shopping for TV, so you want to go to Best Buy. You had to log into MLM.com and then type in Best Buy, and then you went through their portal. So they were basically making an affiliate fee because you're using, just like if you go through Amazon through my link, I make money. So MLM.com is making an affiliate fee, and they're giving you back loyalty bucks or cash back or whatever that you can use for other things. That was his whole MLM. But you had to pay like a few $100s a year to have access to that. And they said basically what they would tell you is that we've got 60,000 people in this. So you just like a union works, or like let's say you and 60,000 of your friends are going to go buy gas. You're not going to pay. Here, I'll give you the pitch. Imagine, if you will, that you could be friends with 1.3 million people, and you and those 1.3 million people go to the gas station, and at the gas station it's $2.99 a gallon, but you tell them, hey, we're all going to buy 10 gallons. That's 13 million gallons of gas. Do you think you're going to pay $2.99? Do you think you're going to pay $2.99 a gallon for 13 million gallons of fuel? Of course not. Big companies, big people, big power, and big players do not pay full price. And we're no longer paying full price. You're going to take back the power in that relationship because we are a conglomerate of buyers. And we are inviting you in to use our special advantage of buying in bulk to your benefit for your family of 4. Doesn't that sound awesome? So that's what it was. You paid to be a part of a group that they claimed that you had buying power, negotiating power, or whatever.
Ladies that works with us, her name, she lives in Florida. She's got a big family. She's got 6 kids and a couple grandkids all living with her. And she uses the marketplace all the time. And
oh, don't worry. I hate your country more than I hate mine. Don't worry about it.
She's earned back close to $10,000.
Yeah, that's called fucking freedom. That I can say there's things wrong with my fucking country. You worry about your country, I'll worry about mine.
It's just in loyalty dollars, which she buys all the stuff she would have to buy anyway for her family at Melaleuca for free.
Also, you meant disparage. Disparage, not a word. Cunt.
So there's some really really beneficial aspects of the store in addition to just shopping for great products at reasonable prices.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. And the shoot, I just had a question and it slipped my mind. Oh, I noticed when I was clicking around on the Melaleuca website, it's not really an option for someone to just go to the website, add something to their cart, and check out. You said that there's like preferred customers and non-preferred customer, members and non-members, but I didn't find any place where, like, let's say me, I didn't want to become a member, but I want the laundry detergent. It wasn't really a possibility for me to purchase it without going through somebody.
Have their code.
The way it appears to me is without going through one of the independent.
So you still have to, even if you want to be just a purchaser, you still have to sign up under somebody so they get the points.
Marketers like yourself and somebody else getting a commission for that. And in my mind, that is selling, even though it's not, you don't physically hold the product and you're not physically shipping it to me. Right. That in itself is, I still find.
Imagine living in a fucking country that you see something wrong in and you can't say, hey, this is fucking wrong in my country. Imagine that.
That to be selling. You're still marketing something, pitching something, adding value to something, and therefore you are selling it to me because you're earning money off of my purchase. Does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah.
I think the comment about selling is we're trying to get away from anything that looks like MLM.
Okay.
So in a lot of cases, and I was in MLM for years. I'm a CPA professionally, but I joined an MLM back in 2008 and poked around in different ones and got to see some ugly stuff, so I left. But in MLMs, you can actually physically, a lot of people fill their garages with products that they never use.
Yeah.
I was in Isogenic, so every month I would get all of my shakes, my cleanses, and all of this, and I couldn't consume them fast enough.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I would resell them. So I would sell them to people to get them out of my inventory.
Yeah.
We can't do that. We're prohibited from doing that because
being prohibited from reselling products doesn't mean it's not an MLM. Exactly.
We don't want anyone to get hurt. So people like me who market.
It's a long call.
We can purchase products that we use.
The audio's so bad, I'm afraid to speed it back up.
Every month I purchase some cleaners that I run out of. I love their protein powder. I buy my shampoo, toothpaste, and that's it.
But there is a
sell it.
Right. Yes, the reselling component is a big one for sure. But there is a purchase requirement every month, correct?
Only for preferred members.
Okay.
So I'm a preferred.
Your order requirements depend on your customer status. When you enroll as a member, you commit to ordering a minimum of either 35 or 75 product points, your choice, every calendar month. In return, you receive a 30 to 50% discount off regular prices. You are eligible to earn loyalty shopping dollars and have access to a number of other membership perks through Melaleuca services. When you enroll as a direct customer, you have no monthly commitment. You pay regular prices, and you have limited access to Melaleuca services.
Member, so I purchase 35 points of product a month, and I buy the things I would buy in the grocery store.
Now that's just a look at your intelligence. I'm the one who deciphered your hieroglyphs. You couldn't spell the word disparage, but this is a look at my intelligence. Got it.
Have non-members who aren't required to make any purchase.
Okay.
They can buy just the laundry soap if they want, but they won't get access to the marketplace. They pay a little bit more, and we've got some other services there like We've got a highly discounted
One too many dingoes ate your babies, mate.
like an InfoGuard service, like LifeLock, home security system that was deeply discounted. So they have access to that.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
I like Costco. When you're a member at Costco, you get all these additional things that you have access to.
Right, but Costco.
I said, I deciphered your hieroglyphs. He said, I'm not even Egyptian. You got me. And you misspelled Egyptian. So clearly you're not Egyptian.
Costco doesn't have them.
Egyptian. I'm not even Egyptian.
Right, but at Costco, you don't also have to purchase. You don't have to go to Costco every month and spend money there to remain a member either. So that's where I find that example a bit confusing. Like I understand that it's you buy things wholesale prices or greatly discounted or whatever, and that there is a membership fee just like Costco, and it gives you access to other benefits. But I still don't think it's a complete comparison because
I agree.
And when you go to Costco, I wasn't referred by another Costco member, and they're not making a commission off of my purchases either. And so to me, that still kind of signals to me that Melaleuca is more like an MLM than Costco. And specifically about the inventory piece, there are inventory-based MLMs where you have to purchase product and hoard it in your garage and you can't possibly use it, that kind of thing. But there's also non-inventory-based MLMs where a customer does just go to the website and
you don't have to buy and distribute it. Right, they just go to the website with your cookie code,
purchase what they need, and someone gets a commission. But the piece that makes something an MLM, in my understanding, is that there's a network of distributors, and distributors are signed up under others, and you earn certain percentages and bonuses.
No. They are independent marketers.
The people that you have welcomed into the business opportunity, and Melaleuca does have that. So just because Melaleuca...
Yeah, they call it Checky Speller, number 2. If they made like a device where you type something in and it told you if it was wrong, Checky Speller, I think would be what I would call it.
Members or customers are not required to hold inventory also doesn't, to me, mean that it's not an
Checky McSpell face.
MLM. Young Living, Monet, Arbonne, doTERRA, Beachbody, Optavia, Amari, none of these companies have inventory requirements either, but they are MLMs. And
I can just add something that someone had said to me at a training that I attended. It's very akin to the insurance industry or the...
I brought up a point of how the Melaleuca compensation plan is structured like an MLM, and Alice changes the topic to comparing to insurance or real estate industry.
Real estate brokerage industry, where they get a commission off the homes that they sell, but so does the brokerage agency, right? So it's something like that. Has pretty much the same system that they work. So
imagine thinking. Now listen, this is how you'd have to wrap your head around this. The reason they want you like Phil to say, I don't make money off the stuff you purchase, when they actually do, right? So if you purchase $300 worth of stuff, I get 300 points or 30 points or 3 points or whatever. The reason they don't want you to do that is because you have to wrap your head around this. You've just joined a system where there are 90 people above you, right? Or 3,000 or 10. And you have to believe that you're getting a good price and 90 or 300, 3,000, 3 million people above you are all making a piece of the pie, right? They're all getting a nickel or a fucking penny or whatever. You have to believe that you're getting a deal. And so like when I go buy gas, obviously there's like the crude oil people, there's the refinery. They're all making it. All those companies are making a profit, right? But I'm supposed to believe that I'm getting a good price on my deodorant, and everybody, 9,000 people above me, are all making money off of it. Sure.
Here in Melaleuca, people are buying directly from the company. So they're getting everything freshly made. So Melaleuca changes its inventory of ingredients every 5 weeks. Whatever they...
You kill me. You got me. You nail me.
Whatever they don't use...
I'm going to get tucked up later.
Throw away, and they get new ingredients because everything has to be made fresh. Their ingredients for their supplements, for their shampoos, absolutely everything has to be made from their coffees. They don't want anything sitting on a shelf more than a couple of weeks. Their ingredients, but every single product is made fresh, which is why they rely on a certain number of...
They got to be made fresh all the time.
So they know what they have to pay in cash when they buy the ingredients. So this is something I learned at our meeting that was here in Toronto a few months ago from one of the women that's been around.
They're predatory.
around for like
100%.
She kind of gave us that
That's why they have to have the gimmick. That's why they have to, you're taking money away from the cabal, or the stock market's going to crash and you got to buy gold and silver and you got to get it through here and you can sell it. That's why they have to have a gimmick, because there's no way that they could put this shit on shelves and sell it. So you have to have a gimmick with it.
none of us knew about. But everything is made fresh, and then every single 5 weeks, Melaleuca gets rid of all the ingredients and they replenish everything new. When they purchase their ingredients from companies, they pay cash because they want the freshest of the freshest ingredients that they find globally to make the best products. And there is no middleman. Like at Costco, yeah, there's no monthly minimum, but you're also paying for stuff that's been sitting on the shelf.
About once a week, Facebook has a retard migration where they just, I don't think they live here. I don't think they're visiting here. I think they're just passing through, migrating.
So to speak, right? You're not paying for freshness, and you're still paying. The price that we pay is still going towards.
I brought up a point. Oh, right. Comparing to insurance, real estate industry, inaccurate freshness of ingredients, justification for monthly purchase requirement, company paying cash for ingredients, no middleman. And by the way, they asked about the compensation plan, how the compensation plan is structured. None of this. Because it seems like an MLM. But so does real estate, insurance. What about fresh ingredients?
All the people that are working for Costco, plus the distributors that brought the product. So there is a difference that we don't sell the products. We simply open accounts.
You fell into a trap, Mark. You fell into a trap. 6 people watching you. I know you're not so dumb as to see the comments over here on the side and say 6 people watching you. You can't be that fucking dumb.
Our brokerage firm would sell a real estate property.
I mean, you can, and you are. But I was trying to give the whole benefit of the doubt. You think Facebook is my primary platform while we're in the middle of the great retard migration?
Accounts for people to enable them to shop for better products. And another great feature about Melaleuca, they often have a $1 promotion where people can enroll for $1 to make it literally risk-free for them to.
You're off by a few hundred.
Try it.
Still not big numbers, but.
And then when they enroll for the $1 and they see all those videos that teach them about health and wellness and those information of the products, they get hooked, because when people try the products, they can't unsee what they saw. They can't not smell.
It's supposed to be Australian phonics.
Like, they really get hooked on these products, which is why we have a 96% retention rate. The marketing tactic about these videos, there must be like 70 videos that all have a monetary value to them. That keeps people coming back, because in their first 5
videos, if you watch the trainings, you get a monetary value attached to those.
months, you're getting $100 to spend towards free products. So the idea is try stuff for free, see how you like it, 0 risk. And what we like to tell influencers, do the video, but let's not air it until we have that $1 promotion. Because then it's easy to say, it's $1, it's no risk, there's no penalty to cancel your account. That's super, super easy. And they honor all of that. They have the best customer service of any company I've ever heard of. But there's a big difference there.
YOU_RE.
That our products are made fresh and immediately shipped to the consumer. So there is no middleman whatsoever. There's no parties and things where things are sitting around. So I just wanted to make sure you understood that part, because that's a big part, is that everything gets fresh. No moldy coffee, none of that.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, prior to you giving me that information, we were kind of talking about the compensation plan and things like that.
Prior to this list of bullshit you just rambled off, we were talking about the compensation plan and how it's just like an MLM.
And then I feel like we kind of just went down ingredients and warehouses and direct to consumer and easy to cancel and our people love us. And that wasn't really the question I asked or the point I made. Like that, none of that really negates the fact that people who are marketing executives in Melaleuca are incentivized to find other marketing executives to build their team. Correct?
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
We would find customers. I think it's more that we find customers who would like to shop here. We offer them an opportunity and show them the quality of
We tell them we're shutting down the cabalers.
products. They can shop risk-free. And
we tell them the white hats love Melaleuca deodorant.
And if they choose to share the opportunity with family friends, that's great. They can do so. There is no pressure to do so. That's why the video that you saw, it speaks that about 83% of all of our customers are just customers. And we are also customers, except that we go the other degree and we go back to, the first way of advertising was always word of mouth. So we just do word of mouth. That's all that it is, right? But we do it with intent, because the company doesn't advertise. And so we do it for them, right?
Yeah, I completely agree with that. Yeah, the company, that's why I wanted clarification at the beginning about like what your affiliation is with the company, because I'm under the impression they probably don't have like a big marketing or advertising section, and that's kind of, that responsibility is kind of deferred to the marketing executives that sign up, right? Yeah, because I'm sorry, I'm looking at the compensation plan right now. I was just noticing that there's a graph or a chart, and it does appear to me that the income or the earning potential.
Oh, she pulled it up on him.
Increases the farther up the levels you go, director, senior director, executive director, and so on. But in order to even make it past the first couple levels, you do have to enroll other directors under you. And that to me, right.
We love Melaleuca. You get Diet Coke on Melaleuca?
So, I mean, that to me, by definition, is a multi-level marketing company. I still don't fully see how this is not. I agree that there are, some elements of it that don't represent other more traditional MLMs in the sense that there's no inventory and stuff like that. But at this point, I don't see how it's not. And I appreciate you sending all of the documents and stuff.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I mean, I appreciate your time too, and the fact that you're looking at it. I knew you would. I took a chance because when I saw your videos about MLM, I'm like, oh my God, I can relate to so much of your saying. And then I thought, I wonder if you've ever done.
Wait, you thought Melaleuca targeting influencers, drinking Melaleuca cleaner? I thought she was a military mom vlog channel.
On Melaleuca, if you even know about Melaleuca, and that's what brought me to reach out to you, because we have a federal court order that states it's not an MLM, but when you look at the structure, even the corporate world, it's just perfect, right?
It's not a multi-level marketing company though. You know, if you go to Costco, the cashiers at Costco.
Well, there's a guy at the top, right?
Costco or not.
If you look at the rest of the world, there's those guys at the top, and there's a bunch of people at the bottom. That's a pyramid, right?
Working to pay.
I knew it was coming.
I knew it was coming without them, and there's no commissions involved. And cashiers at Costco don't recruit more cashiers in order to promote themselves up to manager. It's not.
I totally get it.
Yeah.
Imagine if you took a job as a cashier and they told you had to get 30 cashiers that work for you, and you make a percentage of everything that they ring up, and then once you get 30 cashiers, then you'll be an assistant manager.
Yeah, so I completely agree. Everything's a pyramid, right? Corporate America is a pyramid as well, in the sense that there are levels and hierarchy, but the way that you achieve those levels is drastically different than the way that a multi-level marketing company
the U.S.
operates,
corporation.
And that's the issue I have.
1841.
With it is the endless chain of
that's when they sold us to the king.
More people to be
made us all.
Because I'm looking right now, you have to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way. You have to have personally enrolled directors under you, a certain number, increasing in order for you yourself to increase in the ranks. That's a multi-level marketing company by definition.
There's certainly elements of the compensation plan that reflect that, and I agree 100%. I think, Hannah, one of the, and I respect what you're saying because your audience may find the same issue.
I don't think this is going to be received by them well. And I personally don't believe it myself, if I'm being honest. This is an MLM in my eyes, and I can't in good faith recommend that to my audience. And I did have just one question about, I guess, what's the motivation for reaching out to influencers to promote Melaleuca? Like, because based on what I've gathered here, it's not the company that's reaching out, it's individuals that are reaching out to, the individual is going to be paying
because they got to get some downlines.
Influencer to talk about Melaleuca. I'm just wondering kind of who benefits from that exactly.
It's just a marketing strategy that some of the independent marketing executives use instead of letting their friends.
They were all sitting around saying, "Oh my God, how are we going to get to double albatross super manager?" And they said, "Why don't we get a fucking YouTuber?"
All of that, there are influencers in certain verticals that
and there are people that just basically. So there's always take any MLM you can think of, like Melaleuca or 7K Metals or whatever, and type in 7K Metals scam. And it'll bring up these websites where people make videos, they do blog posts, they do a bunch of SEO to say that like it isn't technically a scam, but here's what you do, and here's how you make money, and here's what they sell, and and there are YouTubers that just do MLM, like just promote MLMs. I guess they call themselves like they say they're debunking or demystifying or getting to the bottom of it, but really they're telling you it's not legally a scam or they wouldn't be allowed to operate. And here's my link if you want to sign up.
Enjoy working with us. For instance, the preppers, the homesteaders. They've got audiences that are really big on American-made products and companies and giving jobs at home, and we've had good success with them. And it's a way for people to grow their business in a very non-traditional way for an independent marketing executive, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I agree. This because I just have, I'm coming into this with so many questions just because it's so much different than the other sponsorship opportunities that I typically receive. I've been doing sponsored content for about 3 years. I've never had anything like this before, in the sense of, so many email exchanges and let's get on a call and let's explain, and that just, you don't see that in the influencer marketing sphere very much, and so that kind of put me on guard, to be honest. And I asked for the link because typically with influencer campaigns, I know this is not the same, but brands will have a campaign they're running, they'll have a budget, they'll have a specific product or a specific set of talking points that they want the influencer to convey to their audience, and they offer a rate, and it kind of all just comes in one neat package. Like, here's our brand, here's the website, here's the rate, here's the deliverables, here's the date we want it by. Exactly. Where can we send you some products?
Any legitimate company. It's not trying to sell you something.
It's usually like a yes or no conversation, and then they send over the contract, and that's it. And there also is like a promotional offer typically. So, click my link, I say in the video, visit the link in the description box below for 25% off, whatever. So that's part of why I asked for whatever that promo was going to be. But then it was this Homeland Shopper website. And that piece of it was also a bit confusing. And so my impression of, I guess, what this interaction is that
my impression is that you're using me and the platform I've built so you can benefit from earning commissions directly off my viewers.
Luca reps such as yourselves are looking for someone with a larger audience like myself to market these products to, and then directing them to a link that benefits you.
I have run into people that say, like, I hate Amway, my daughter did this, they ruined her, blah, but I do love the such and such, whatever it might be, the deodorant or the cleaner or whatever. But you can usually find those online and just buy them separately.
They put in their information and you get it, and then you sign them up as customers and you make a commission off of them that way. And that feeds right back into the MLM business model that I don't support. I think it would be a lot different of a scenario if this was a company that had a website where anybody could visit the site and they could purchase what they wanted when they wanted. Nobody had to get credit for it. I had a promo where I could say, this laundry detergent is the best thing ever. Here's my link for 20% off. Go ahead and buy it. But it's too many hoops to jump through. I don't see my audience being receptive to this.
It would destroy her channel. If she's anti-MLM's channel, it would destroy her channel if she started promoting Melaleuca.
So when you work with companies like that, do you earn a commission when like AG1 or something like that?
No.
Because I know there's a few who we talk to who do.
There are some. So some sponsorships to say, we'll give you so much money, and for everybody, like a lot of the game sponsorships, they say, we'll give you a guaranteed base rate of this, but you can make so many dollars for everybody that makes it to this level, downloads it, blah, whatever.
Sure, yeah. I don't personally take on sponsorships like that. I take on flat rate sponsorships. I don't earn a commission when people click my link. I don't earn a commission when they buy whatever.
The problem is that you're getting into, can you be impartial then, right? If they're paying you $1,000 plus fucking $10 for every person that signs up, are you going to be impartial at that point, or are you just trying to get people to sign up?
Whatever I'm promoting, it's a flat rate. I get paid whether or not anybody clicks on my link at all. So, and I think that that's a great model to have for me as an influencer, because then I can really be sure to make sure that I'm only promoting things that I genuinely love and genuinely would recommend, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if they don't buy it or not. I want them to enjoy it. I would never recommend something that I don't actually like, but it doesn't impact my bottom line if none of my followers click the link. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm coming from on that. Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. Well, I want to thank you, Hannah, for your time. I really appreciate it. Appreciate you taking a look at it, and love your content. Keep doing what you're doing. It's awesome.
Thank you, and I appreciate your time as well. Yeah.
Love your content. She makes Melaleuca videos.
So there you have it, a 25-minute discussion of them trying to tell me that they're not an MLM, and me trying to say that they are, and them not really having much to say back. I think the call ended in a really interesting way, where I essentially told them, I don't want to support an MLM, and I'm not going to put your link in my bio so that you can collect all of my viewers' contact information so that you can sell to them and make a commission. She never denied that what I was saying was true. She just tried to deflect it by saying, oh, well, don't you do the same thing? No, I don't. And she couldn't nail me on that point, so she wrapped up the call pretty quickly, because ultimately I don't think there was really anything left to say. Nothing that I learned throughout this entire
It sounds like they did it on their own and they really didn't know how this stuff works.
Interaction convinced me that Melaleuca is not an MLM. If anything, I am more convinced now than ever that it is an MLM. And the Melaleuca reps are trying to justify the fact that they're not an MLM by picking and choosing certain elements to compare themselves to, but none of those elements give the full picture of what an MLM actually is. And
Very good job. That's Hannah Alonso. Is that her last name? I've never seen her before, but this is a very good video. And I, too, hate MLMs. There's one more that I just saw a notification for I want to check out.
With all this, man, I don't know. I was thinking I'm living life, doing a whole bunch of fucking life. And then, this past month has been not the most fun part of it. But what was I thinking? A tough question. Because you're never ready.
So the question was, what were you thinking? Your daughter failed a test for being positive for cocaine.
Most fun part of it. But what was I thinking?
So the last month hasn't been fun?
Because you're never ready. You're never ready for the government to come down on you. Like you're just never ready for that shit. So it's like one day, seriously, you're just life is normal, and then the next day you got a fucking sheriff's department in your house.
Was life normal though? Was life? Oh, the Dr. Disrespect thing. So basically, it seems like the Dr. Disrespect is 100% true. There's also been, now this hasn't been confirmed. There are screenshots, but we know screenshots can be edited or whatever. There was also a transsexual hooker, I don't want to say hooker, a cam girl, or a transsexual cam girl that Dr. Disrespect apparently, according to her, tried to proposition about the same time that he was busted talking to this minor, and promised to pay her as well as get her brand deals and sponsorships for her streams, where she would like stream on Twitch and then she would go to her cam shows afterwards and invite everybody over for the adult part of it. And she seems to have all the receipts on that. Now, no one's verified those or interviewed her yet. I'm sure that's coming. But a new Dr. Disrespect, a new plot in the saga continues. Man, I really like Dr. Disrespect too. Oh well. All right, thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I'm gonna hop off here and go to the house, get something to eat. I appreciate it. Tonight was just kind of thrown together. It's a weird week for me. Liam's birthday today, 4th of July, stuff going on all week. But I don't know if I'll be back tomorrow, but I'll let you guys know. Maybe I can go live from my phone, do something, hang out. We'll see y'all in the next one. Love you. See you. Bye. Have a good night. And yeah. There it is. I asked how long till someone comes in and says there's a typo in the chat or in the title. There it is. Love you. See you. Bye.
But I can tell you this about if this douchebag happens to see this particular show, you don't have the forking balls to call out the people on this planet.
It's got a Q in it because it's talking about the storm.
Who they are.
Have you met the Q-tards?
Yeah, you don't have the forking balls. You don't have the balls.
They change every letter for a Q.
Here we go, I think I started some shit. Listen off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that.
I printed off some new boxes while you're gone, or while we were streaming as well. A couple different trays, got more tall boxes. I'm excited to get organized, baby.
Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. And they say that I'm a lunatic. Well, listen, bitch, I came equipped with a quick wit and a 6th sense for the stupid shit. Where my true believer? Y'all need Jesus.
Some of these didn't stick the greatest. That's all right.
False fucking profit to profit off of.
As long as they're functional, right? Chat.
Cocking, begging for a throat deposit, swinging fucking meat hammers like fool in a thong.
I tried to print it at in sport mode, and you can tell the quality definitely went down from standard mode. There's also a ludicrous mode, but I'm terrified of it.
What's next? Trump in a dress, fucking Flynn on his desk. A retard in a vest, climbing up 5G towers, cause you told him if he did, he'd get fucking superpowers. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen nothing yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen nothing yet. I used to find clues too when I was high on shrooms. I found myself a tunnel that led to Jason Q's bedroom. Open his closet, I found some of his meat rockets. I strapped them to my shoes and then I flew through the roof. I found myself in orbit strapped to.
Good luck. Hope there's no homemade shotguns at Suko.
Trump in between. Put on a light coat, a baby Romeo and saluted it.
Is Benjamin Fulford allowed to vote or no?
This is gonna be it. Wait. Stop. What?
Your neighbor. The guy you share the Ross dungeon with?
Fucking stop. Dude.
Oh, Benny boy.
Seriously. This is my mom's an alcoholic. Oh, give me a... Oh, my God. Damn it.
That's what's wrong with China. Good night, guys.
Get the place in the best. You know that stage is set. You better buckle up.